Greetings and salutations. It's Sunday. Welcome to TGIS with me. And I got a couple cool guys that are going to hang out with us all tonight. We're just going to have a nice conversation. It's just toys. And we're going to talk some stuff. And, all of you in the chat will get in on the conversation as well. Transporter 8 is crying. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Are we laughing at your helmet is so big? Yeah. Robert's Infinite Realms need to finish a video, but can't because the best show ever is on now. Oh, how sweet are you? Look at how sweet you are.
I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.
Yeah, people know me. That's cool. So I'm going to do some housekeeping before I bring in these awesome gentlemen, and we all have a nice conversation about stuff that's been going down. Yeah. TNT Skate, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Transporter 8 says, really miss you, Chad. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Yeah, thanks for being here. This, I'll say it early, but I might not say it often. This is going to be my last live stream for a hot minute. So I hope we have a good time tonight because all of this is coming down right after this. It's all getting ready to move. Channel members on the pregame, everybody help me make a thumbnail because I'm going to catalog the friggin' nightmare that is this massive collection. That's what she said. And it'll be fun. So we'll get there. Father Son Galaxy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Dom Von Doom, thank you for being here as well. The Briscoe. Kaiju Kitty, TK Storm, Justin's back in the saddle again. Alex S., what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah. So right off the cuff, I got to say thank you, Mr. Vargo, for the $2 super chat. And also congratulations and thank you for being a Chad hole for 12 months. You're the man. And says, yeah, I am kind of a big deal. You are. Yeah, you truly are. And James Lucas gifted not one, but 2 channel memberships, and I am contractually obligated to fucking hit you with this.
Wolverines! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Thank you, James Lucas. I truly appreciate that. Congratulations to the people who received those channel memberships. Somebody remind me, one of my mods, please remind me to gift some channel memberships during the stream because you can, as content creators, you can gift channel memberships monthly, and I always freaking forget to do it. So, yeah, please do. Somebody remind me. Kevzilla, also a Chad hole for 12 months, says, woo, the awesome stream is back. What is up? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all. And I'm going to remove these and go back here. Batstan, what's going on, dude? Denzen says, buenas tardes, Chad and J Mac. Speaking of J Mac, eeny, meeny, miny.
What up, though?
Hi, what are you doing?
Kicking it hard.
Yeah, you are. You got that hair. You got that hair under control today, huh?
Trying.
Viper Scout, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, Jay? How you been? What have you been up to?
Well, same old thing, different days.
Gonna play it mysterious. Mysterious. That's all right. We're gonna get into some topics. You'll get going. Derek, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Talib says, oh shit, I got a channel membership.
Let's go.
Congratulations. Now you get to look at stuff like this all the time.
Just checking in. Have you drank water today? Did you eat? Did you take your meds?
Oh, and look at the bait and switch. Look who's here.
It's a
But his
blessing.
eyes
My
are
eyes. Right?
My eyes. My eyes. Why? I need to see. And I can't
Dan
see
R.
anymore.
Dan R. probably rolled in here right as I was playing that clip. He's like, what the? Yeah. NEEKOTRONUS, what's happening, my friend?
Not too much, buddy. How you doing? It's great to see you. Sorry. Woo, Mike was away from the face. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
You too, pal.
Sub-Zero's here. What's up, Sub-Zero? Thanks for being here.
Glad you're here.
I have to go back to Home Depot, but you guys are coming with me. I like
Oh
that.
shit!
I did
I
not
need
make
some
it to Home Depot
2x4s.
today. I'll have to go tomorrow.
Man,
Kaiju.
even that,
Mendoza.
like, just these couple shelves and brackets was $250 at Home Depot.
Giggity.
And anybody wanna
Let's go.
tackle that? No,
Mm-mm.
nobody.
No. Hard pass. The appropriate.
See, I
music.
thought I put the porn music in my audio files. I need to put the porn music. And our friend in the red dress who was calling for Carlo, all the channel members saw him.
good Lord.
Yeah, he's going to be the new one. All the way from the UK, our good friend George. Good to see you, George. Move your mic out a little, Nico.
Sure.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good to see you, George. Thanks for being here, brother. Justin Booth, J Mac whooped Laser Pants ass yesterday. He said you were trying to grab his wiener.
Oh, that's what happens when you try to grab my wiener.
Oh, bangers and mash. Am I right?
Bangers and mash. Anyway, yeah, man, that the thing that Legend Series
Thanks,
is
Joe.
doing with, you know,
It's great.
I don't like to use
I don't
that
even like
word,
wrestling.
you know, I don't like that word, but
It's
people that
fun.
we're all friends with.
Yeah.
The fellowship.
It's so much.
The fellowship, yeah.
Mm.
Exactly.
LSWA. It's a good time.
B. Conley says, I forgot how much NEEKOTRONUS looks like the great Clancy Brown.
I appreciate that, Vishay. Thank you, man.
Highlander.
I'm the
But
Kurgan
can you
now.
do
That's
Mr.
right.
Krabs, though?
Oh, geez. I would have to work on that one. I'll try though. I'll
SpongeBob.
actually that and his Lex Luthor, man. He's
So
had
good.
So many great roles.
So
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Dude.
We were talking about Michael Ironside the other day, and I'm like, come on, Michael Ironside was in everything. It was fucking Dark Side.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he was such a great dark side too. Especially, I mean, for animation. Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah. I have to, and he always had the arms like perfectly like
Behind
him.
his back.
I have to touch on this. So Talib says the shower is the only place to watch YouTube, right? I watch YouTube in the shower. Absolutely. I put my
Really?
phone up on we have like a little cutout shelf where the window is.
Hmm.
I just put my phone up there. I mean, I'm mostly listening,
Hmm.
but also while I shave my head, while I cook food, while I'm driving, like really
Fair.
it's just YouTube all the time. That's just what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, our good friend Laser Pants just sent this picture, and he said he's sailing the 7 seas today. So
Boats
that's
and
what
hoes.
Ryan's up to. He's
Wow.
in boating.
That's fantastic. Have fun, Ryan.
Right. Enjoy your anniversary, buddy. I'll hit you with the bad news when you get back.
Oh, bad news, huh?
That he lost his debut match.
Maximilian says every Ironside movie is worth watching.
Hmm.
Starship Troopers,
Oh man.
Total Recall.
Oh, yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
it. I mean, of course, the
V.
miniseries.
Oh, dude.
He was awesome in V. Kentucky Inbred. Chad, I ordered 2 shirts and a mug. That's awesome, dude. Congrats and
And a
thank you.
mug.
Again, because the discount that's going on with those shirts for the next 30 days, like I don't make a nickel, but I still think it's cool that people are interested in those 2025 con shirts because they're funny. And it's
They are.
supposed to be fun, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Speaking of fun,
you got a membership.
Mikey's here.
Mikey.
Mikey, what's up, Mikey? Dan R said, I need to remember how to change my profile picture. Lol. That's 8 years old from Con Expo in Vegas. If your YouTube's linked to your, I don't.
So it's 8 years old. So what? You've grown your hair out since then?
Yeah, because you have none there. I mean,
Just kidding.
Hey,
Just kidding.
don't fuck with us who are follically challenged, kids.
I'm just saying. I can flap my wings.
I bet you're just saying.
Yeah, I think nobody's giving recognition to Nico. He might have the best hair in the game.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So you two, Mikey,
on my head.
True G,
I mean, Laser Pants got a little going
hair
on.
shaming people. What the?
Laser Pants got a little whoosh going on. My girl be all star.
Everybody offends me.
Everything offends me.
No, we're fighting now. That's it. I'm offended.
I'm offended.
Our good friend Suka from the Toxic Toy Depot says, I thought Chad was moving because the Pinkertons found him. I fucking wish the Pinkertons would
Fuck
find
them up, man.
Look, I will give that Magic the Gathering streamer guy, I will give him credit for the massive amount of composure that he showed when all that went down, because if that were me, I would say, yeah, hold on a second. And I would just shut the door, and then I would have the ma'am go to the door, and I'd be like, handle that. Yeah. Or I'd let them meet our Malinois.
Oh, man. Odie, go say hi.
Hey, Mac, what's up, dude? Says hello. Hello, fellas. TGIS. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all for hanging out with us. Dude, speaking of doing the Lord's work, fucking Hector from Elite Legends is here. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming.
Man?
Thanks for hanging out with me last week, too. It only took me like 3 years. It's fine.
Yeah, his
it took me less time to get Mark Palomo, Ron Rudat, Daryl DePriest, Kirk Bazigian, on and on and on. But Elite Legend finally graced me with his presence. Now his cherry's popped and he's all over the place. So it's generally how that goes, It's generally how that works. Yeah. Yeah, the girl in middle school who took my virginity. Laura Jean Adamo, if you're out there, I remember you. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as that was over, she was like, okay, bye. That was it.
Somebody's gonna know that. They're sending the video to her right now.
Oh my God.
Called you out on YouTube.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, Laura Jean, did you see this? It's your first boyfriend. He called you out. Kevzilla says Pirate Pants is at sea. You ain't kidding. We just watched. We lost 2 viewers when I mentioned Laura Jean Adamo. So.
Oh shit.
Starship Troopers had both Clancy Brown and Michael Ironside.
Yep, they're the
double
ones.
Put your hand on that wall. Yeah, sure did. Did you guys hear they're going to reboot that?
Starship Troopers.
Speaking of the topic, right? This is part of the topic of conversation. Like all the wacky stuff that's gone on in like the past 5 weeks or so that I was, on my sabbatical being lazy. But I read an article that they're going to reboot Starship Troopers.
They can't think of any. It's the same thing with the Naked Gun 33 and the Third. Like they
Yeah.
just ruin cult classics because they can't come up with anything original, or they're too scared to do anything original. Whatever pick you want.
There's so many. All of these different studios. It's just too many cooks in the kitchen, and as a result of that, there isn't a cohesive story. It's shit that is just interconnected that has nothing to do with it, that they all just filmed. I hate the idea.
Yeah, toxic.
Or the what's up, Hal Jordan? Good to see you, brother. He always has the most interesting thumbnail pictures. Hal,
it's very interesting.
And it's already switched.
I need a name. Is it already switched from this? No.
Yeah.
No.
Anyone
Dan says
see
I have a gray
RDJ?
beard now. Duh.
Anyone seen RDJ by Hal? His picture's already switched.
Oh,
No. Mrs. M. Vargo, good to see you, Zoe. Channel member for 9 months. Thank you so much. Says Michael wouldn't let me use his account. Yet. Hi, Chad. Hello, ma'am. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. Zakanan, our good friend, channel member for 10 months. He likes stuff. Do you like stuff?
I love stuff.
I love stuff.
Stuff?
We're gonna talk about stuff. We're gonna talk
Hey.
about stuff.
I love stuff.
Yeah, we can't. No, that's toxic behavior. We can't have that here. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Chris, are you fucking mean mugging me?
What?
Chris from Cutthroat Comics sends a $2 super chat. Thank you, Cutthroat. Says Laser Pants knows I have better hair than him. Chris has good hair too. He does. And I had a blast hanging out over on Cutthroat Comics talking G.I. Joe comic books yesterday. And somebody was like, I didn't know you guys knew this stuff about comic books. Like, what? Okay.
Well, obviously you don't watch the channel, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a great time. Thank you, Chris. And Kent Helsinger gifted 10 freaking channel memberships. 10? Thank you. I truly, truly appreciate you. And again, contractually obligated. So hell yeah.
Wolverines! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Thank you, Ken. I truly appreciate it. And to the 10 people who received those, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. But
We
congratulations.
got Ty, we got Woody, we got all kinds of new.
Oh, you see him popping up?
Woody said something earlier, but yeah.
I can only see who receives the channel memberships if I'm running the stream at the same time. And it's just distracting on my other screen, like going by. So, yeah, you guys get like 80% effort. That's what you're
Not maximum effort.
No, not maximum effort. 80%. Samuel Edwards says long hair don't care.
It's true.
I think
very
Hasbro has that same
Hey, wait a
motto.
minute.
Yeah. Slade on Slade. I'm not going to show that comment, but I'm sure everybody can see it. I'm not going to put that on screen because I will get flagged for that. Yeah, that's not going to
now
happen.
we got to
Backwards,
scroll
what's
up.
up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
But you didn't get put in time out for that.
Nah. No. I'm not a timeouter guy. Machine Man says drain cloggers representing.
Yeah, it happens. Not gonna lie, I shed almost as much as my dog.
So yeah, we have a remake of Starship Troopers coming. We have the new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin's son. I don't know if you guys saw that trailer.
Hot dumpster.
Although the OJ part made me laugh.
Savage, right? In the trailer, that's savage. So if they're willing to put that in the trailer,
Yeah,
I'll
it might be
give it
good.
a chance. I'll probably give it a chance in the theater. Now, recapturing stuff like the Airplane movies, the original like Police Squad and Naked Gun stuff,
Animal House.
with Priscilla Presley.
Oh, wow,
She was looking good. Animal
Nice,
House,
Beaver.
things like that. Blazing Saddles. You're never going to see stuff like that again. But
no, not ever. Hell,
I would be
let's
more
go
willing-
back to. Oh, sorry.
no, go.
Go back to where?
Here, look.
Oh,
You-
I was just
you
going to
guys
say,
are
hell,
smart.
we could. Well, we can even go back to like early 2000s with like Van Wilder. You don't even get a movie like that anymore, and that kind of harkens back to that older era, but still, it's more modern gloss to it. But
Yeah, but
comedy
just like
is
things like that. Dumb and Dumber. They ruined it by doing a Dumb and Dumber.
yeah.
Dumb and Dumber. And then they
I
made
can't
like
say
the
that word.
prequel? Didn't they make a prequel?
Yeah, and it was horrible. Horrible. Same thing with How High. Great movie. They did a sequel. Terrible. Just all those.
Hey, same thing with Star Wars. They did a sequel trilogy.
Well, yeah, all of it was garbage.
I feel like I get excited for these cult classics, like, oh, they're gonna redo it and it's gonna be great, and then it's just so disappointing.
Did either of you see the remake of Poltergeist?
I
No.
did not. I heard of it, but I didn't see it. I was just
I know
the
it
original.
exists, but I have yet to meet
Yeah.
someone who watched that.
To be fair, I'm not a big
Hmm.
horror guy. I try not to watch horror.
Fair.
Pussy.
But it's bitch. It's applicable to the conversation because you have these films that they're time capsules of, you know, the days and ages that they were created. Like, you're not going to see a Blazing Saddles now. You're not going to see.
Yeah.
Now you can make a new Poltergeist. You could make a new Blazing Saddles. What is it? Fucking Seth Rogen or Seth Rogen is doing Spaceballs 2.
Something like that. Yeah.
See,
Who's
that
going
just
to want to
makes me
watch that?
nervous.
It's not Mel Brooks, but you can't remake Poltergeist because in the original Poltergeist, it was real bodies in the pool. They're not going to do that now. You know, it's like that movie it's timeless because the creepy little girl that played Carol Ann, the weird little midget lady, you know.
Yeah. Zelda Rubinstein.
Even-
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to see something like Big Trouble in Little China made again. Like,
No.
don't ruin it.
See, yeah.
Because
They're,
if you don't have Carpenter and you don't have Kurt Russell,
What's the point?
yeah, exactly. And
Even
Starship
with your
Troopers,
fancy CGI would do coming through the roof now, you could make it all look.
yeah, but
It just
but
ain't
when we
gonna
talk
be
about
it.
Starship Troopers and the remaking, rebooting or whatever of Starship Troopers,
Mhm.
well, Maximilian says the movie is a reboot. Well, the movie's an adaptation of the books. They didn't have the money to put in the power suits and all that stuff, so they just dumped all the money into the bugs. But the bugs look fucking amazing for the time that
Yeah.
movie came out, because all the
Definitely.
CGI money went into the bugs and, you know, all the space shit. But it's Paul Verhoeven, right? And it has his satire, all the would you like to know more? I'll buy that for $1, like everything that Verhoeven's known for. And it has his
Movies.
gore. You know, you can't get around it. It's
Yeah.
but think about the RoboCop remake with Joel Kinnaman. And I like Kinnaman, but
Yeah.
without Verhoeven, without the satire, without that whole, like, you know, the political undertones and everything, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
lightning in a bottle
It's gonna be a
sometimes, and I
female
feel like
empowerment Starship Troopers. Joanne Ringo.
they're trying to recapture lightning in a bottle, and it's just not possible sometimes. Just
I
leave
mean,
it alone.
if it's all female cast, there better be extra long shower scenes.
Put a chick in it and make it gay.
He did change his picture, didn't he?
I told you.
Oh, he did. Indeed, he did.
Quickness.
You guys know how this works. I'm always so far behind on the chat, and when I'm not, it throws people off.
Uh,
So
Well,
yes, Hal did change his picture. Thank you, Hal.
I'm cheating. I
Did you
have
guys
you
see
up.
this?
I did not see it. No.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't see this either. No.
Yeah. I know too much, and I just don't care anymore.
About Doomsday?
All of it. It's just, it's terrible. It's
Okay,
all,
well, now you got to expand on that. You can't just say I know too much and then not say anything. Like, how do you know too much?
okay. So
Story time.
it goes back to my time working in the industry. And
Okay.
friends I've made and people that have bounced back and forth jobs here and there and that sort of thing. They will share stories and, you know, just like, you're going to hate it. Everyone's going to hate it. And they're doing it anyway because fuck anybody who cares about any of this stuff. Like, it's the same stuff over and over again. There's a lack of imagination. There's a lack of care. It's just the same shit. Tell Grimlock's story.
What about just to kind of add to
Okay.
that? Right? Not
Yeah,
to take
yeah.
away. What about
Mhm.
these Fantastic Four leaks where it's like
Yeah.
Sue Storm is like, you know, the strong, independent, exploring, you know, all this, what it is to be a woman. And like, they pretty much
Yeah.
cucked Johnny Storm. Like, you know, he's not like, He's not like the suave, debonair, like full of himself kind of guy anymore. He's like, he's sensitive to other people's feelings.
It's just let's make these movies, but let's just make them in name alone, because these aren't the characters you grew up on. They're not who you loved. They're not any of that.
And
So like
the characters.
Yeah, and it's like the thing that sucks the most is that you're going to set this up as being the most widespread representation of these characters to the world, because not everybody reads the comic books, but they're going to see these commercials and they're going to see the trailers, and a bunch of them are going to go see the movie, and they're not going to know a damn thing, and they're not going to think anything of it when Reed Richards doesn't stretch. They're not going to think anything of it when he uses mental abilities to view the multiverse.
Jesus
is
Christ.
this happening? Is that going to happen?
Yes.
Yeah. This is
when he
Pedro,
gets
this is Pedro.
transported to a different multiverse.
Yeah. So, yay.
No,
The
I quit.
MCU.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And add that on top of her being a strong, independent woman. So he doesn't stretch, and he's all in his feelings now. She's a strong, independent woman.
He's all wimpy and cucky and
And I've said numerous times that I don't watch many toy YouTube channels at all, like maybe 3 or 4. But I watch tons of pop culture YouTube stuff. And I was watching one channel yesterday, and they were talking about all these Fantastic Four, like the message leaks or whatever they want to call it, and they were postulating that that's probably why Pedro Pascal was cast, because he does a good job at being like a subservient male kind of character. He's not like a leading male. He's just kind of like the dude who's there.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe there's something to that. I don't know, but I'm such a casual Marvel fan versus okay. If it's Joe, if it's GoBots, if it's DC,
Die Hard,
Mask, like I'll get up in your business. But most everything else, I'm just kind of casual. Like I know about it, I've been there, I've collected it, I've read it, whatever. I can watch the films and be like, oh yeah, well this is that character, da da da. But I'm not so emotionally invested where it bugs me. Like Jeffy, just Jeff, like he's freaking pissed about Fantastic.
Yeah. We've been talking about it for months, and I think that's what that was actually what started him. He and I conversing on Facebook and stuff was the FF stuff, and me spilling those beans, and it's just like, it's just dumb. Why? What's the point of making these characters like this? It's terrible. Yep,
comedy is too offensive nowadays. Absolutely. I mean, you saw that it's as soon as Dave Chappelle's starting to, people are trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, but he doesn't give a hell,
Yeah.
It's like, wow, what would you people do if Richard Pryor was still around? Or George Carlin? Did George Carlin just get a pass?
Oh man,
or was he before all of this?
Red Fox?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, like
could you imagine if you sat one of these people down and had them watch one episode of All in the Family once the Jeffersons made it onto that show?
Oh my
Holy shit, man.
They'd be all in their feelings.
When George Jefferson's sitting in his chair, in Archie Bunker's chair, like some people don't remember that.
Yeah, and it was. Can you imagine Carlin hearing about the last 5 years, let alone if he was still with us and doing stand up on it? Holy shit!
Oh yeah,
that
he
would
would
be
destroy it. But the one thing I will give Carlin is the same thing that I'll give the South Park guys. It's not just attack one side of an argument. It's they come at it from all angles. So I think that's what made Carlin work so well. I think that's what gave South Park its longevity. For as brash and in your face as the South Park guys can be, they'll go at anybody. They don't care. they'll go at
That's
George
comedy.
W. Bush, and then they're going at Barbara Streisand. And it's just
Comedy has
backwards.
no lines.
Exactly, and it shouldn't. Yeah, yeah, it
And
absolutely.
when you
shouldn't.
start drawing lines, then you make it less funny.
True. Absolutely. Duarte.
Oh, is he here?
Yes, he
He
is.
I gotta
Ted
go.
Dogclaw.
I gotta go. Then. I gotta go.
So what did I miss?
Mother Slug says new Starship Troopers will be like the second movie that was released of Mortal Kombat. One actor returning with new fakes, filling the other character spots with cheesier CGI.
Who's
Wasn't
returning?
that also the second Starship Troopers?
Hmm.
Right?
Who's
Yeah.
returning?
There was no Jake Busey in the second one.
Casper Van Dien, whatever his
Casper
last
Van Dien?
name is. Yeah, him. That guy.
Yeah, Johnny Rico. Technically, they whitewashed him. Al Jordan said, Chad, I sent you the picture on Facebook Messenger of RDJ Doom. Cool. I'll pull it up. Just tell him you have a source. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Oh, yeah. So I have a
Meekotronus
source.
is like, I got a guy.
So RDJ Doom is really Doom. Actually, RDJ Tony Stark was actually Doom.
Oh God,
We've never
storyline.
we've never known the actual Tony Stark in the MCU, because in the MCU, Tony Stark was adopted by his parents, and Tony Stark was an orphaned baby boy from the country of Latveria. So, congratulations, guys! It's fucking retarded.
It's science, people! Science!
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
You can
Yeah.
fuck up a wet dream.
Grimlock story. In this
So
Doom,
everything
he's
Everything we've seen
alternate
so far
dimensions
is
Tony Stark.
no, he's in alternate dimensions Victor Von Doom.
That
And
just happens
he-
to look like Tony Stark.
No, our Tony Stark was Victor Von Doom, but he was
okay,
raised
so
as Tony
he
Stark.
was born a Von Doom, but he was adopted by the Starks.
Yes,
Bro.
I know. Call Susan Lucci. This shit's all my children.
What is so wrong with, again, casual fan, but I at least know what makes Doom such a cool fucking character. What is so wrong with just making Doom?
And I like
In the G.I. Joe movie, why didn't we have Colonel Hawk?
that whole storyline he just tried to explain right there. Just I think gave me an aneurysm.
Sorry, Jay.
It's so
sorry.
difficult. Like, why make it so difficult when it's so easy?
Yeah, it's really dumb because they're just deconstructing what they had built up for all these years. So I think ultimately the idea is that all of this Doomsday and Secret Wars stuff is going to culminate in a reboot of okay, now here are your new X-Men, here's your new Captain America, here's your
That's
new
definitely
Iron
where
Man.
they're going.
Yeah,
But I just don't
Yeah.
understand why they couldn't. Like, it's
So-
already written out in the comic books for you. It's got the words and the pictures. Just take that,
Because
put it
they
in.
don't
the-
Everybody shits on Zack Snyder, but at least when he made 300, there it is.
Yeah.
It's like the pages literally came to life.
Hey, and everybody loved it.
Yeah.
and I mean, what's not to love? It's a great story. But
This is blocked.
this lack of give a fuck from the people that produce it all, that write it all, that executive produce it all.
I don't even think these
they don't
people
read
watch
comics.
TV. Like, you can't sit
don't.
down and watch a movie and be entertained and be like, yeah, that was good.
They don't understand life the way you and I do, the way any of us do, the way anyone watching this does. They're living life of flying in first class jets
It's
constantly.
the echo
and
chamber. And that's right.
Yes.
And that's why
Sniffing
I
each
always
other's
talk
farts.
about, like, yeah, these people like in the cliques and all that stuff, and like it stifles any creativity because all you're doing is you're just bouncing everything around in a circular room. And it just hits everybody in your little circular room, and they're all like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, well, now we need a giant spider,
and none of them have
Warner
enough
Brothers
balls
director
to stand up and
tells
say,
you,
hey,
like
that's a
Superman
terrible
can't fly,
fucking
he has
idea.
to fight a giant spider.
Yeah. Who's that? John Peters or something? Yeah.
Somebody should stand up and be like, no, let's not do that. But they're all too scared because they don't want to disturb the flow of everything. They don't want to ruffle any feathers of anybody.
Again, remember the consensus, because this stuff isn't just, it's not just our culture or our fandom. It's all of them. They all have a consensus, and that's the deal with them. If you go against that consensus,
right,
they'll ostracise you. You're done.
Right.
You're out. Like
nobody wants to lose their job because they wanted to stand up for something.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look at guys like James Woods, and again, we're not getting into the politics of it, but James Woods, John Voight, people that go against the consensus in Hollywood, fuck, you're done. You're done.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Not making it political. I don't want anything in this conversation to become political, because we're going to talk about tariffs at one point. Yeah. I don't. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because
that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit right there.
Yeah, I don't care. I just,
that is that bullshit.
Elite legend Pedro Pascal, strong independent whammon. Yep, pretty much.
That is accurate.
Look at this. Everybody get that? Yeah.
Oh man.
When is Lucas going to make Star Wars vintage again? Well, Lucas has nothing to do with Star Wars anymore. So
I thought he was taking it back. No?
It's okay. I'm taking it back. Right, Clerks too.
I thought he was appalled at what they were doing.
Takesies backsies. Takesies backsies. You guys have been killing my shit, so just give me it back.
Right.
He can pull a Haim Saban, right? Remember what happened with Saban and Hasbro and Power Rangers, right? He sold it to them for what, like $4 billion? They freaking ruined it. He bought it back for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Then he brought it back.
It could happen. It's possible. I don't think it's going to happen because George. Oh, it's dead. Hold on to your memories and love of the old original stuff and the books and whatnot. But as far as new Star Wars goes, it's over. But here's a key thing to point out. George Lucas is also on the Disney board. He and Rupert Murdoch were exactly.
Yep.
They were the highest single individual shareholders of Disney stock. So when
that's
Disney
why when he backed Iger with that whole thing, it was over.
Yeah. And they don't give a fuck. Obviously, they're more than willing to screw you over right to George's face and all that. So it's like I don't think we're ever going to see really good what Star Wars needs is is a Marsha Lewis or Lucas divorce from Disney, and I don't see it happening. But
yeah,
it would be good.
I love Star Wars. I've always loved Star Wars. Was always great, but it was one of those lightning in a bottle things where you had to have Lucas, you had to have his wife Marsha, because she helped him edit,
crafted
Star
the story.
Wars, 1977 Star Wars, into something that wasn't a nightmare.
Yeah,
you had to have all of his production friends that were like, no, I wouldn't do that. And then when the prequels came around, and he had just a bunch of yes men, and his kids creating Jar Jar Binks, which now we can all see from the future, Jar Jar Binks was not the worst thing to ever come out of Star Wars.
True.
But it just got worse and worse and worse,
Yeah.
So, when, again, echo chambers, right? Consensus. When you don't have people like holding you in check, you get, icky goo. You get all that stuff, and it's just not, it's not the best at all.
Those writing teams are like the human centipede, and that's all they're consuming.
Now. All that shit. It's like the only voice I can do.
I haven't seen that shit in 20 years either.
Dude,
Star Wars?
I used to get on the comms,
one.
like on the net. I would get on the fucking battle net and I would talk like Jar Jar Binks. And somebody at like the talk or the tactical operations center, it would be real quiet, and then you would hear last station say again. I'd be like, "This will follow me now," and then it would just be dead silent. I surrendered on one, and then they would just be flipping out. So yeah, it was good times. I start a comment. I kind of want to discuss this real group. Games.
Games.
We don't like those Italians hanging around here.
Hey, paisan.
What you mean? We love little games.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Hold on. Here, let's see that.
Look, he's got a security belt on. He's ready.
So this is a stock figure, right? It just happens to look
I just put a
like
Valaverse belt on it.
He needs to fucking sue.
$20.
That's it. He needs to sue them. Likeness. I want $1 every time you sell one of these figures.
Get that money.
Yeah, I like little games.
Is he doing a peace thing, or is that like a Obi-Wan Kenobi? You know, where he's
Well, he's supposed to be like security, so I think they gave you like counting fingers, like 1, 2. But yeah, I made him do the peace thing.
You need to give him the "you're number one" finger.
Yeah, they are probably
like this.
No, this one.
I need the Valaverse pack.
I can do that.
Yeah, there it is. That is NEEKOTRONUS posing as Kratos, or I don't know, Zeus, maybe.
I
love it.
I still have to paint it. I've only primed the head sculpt so far, but get your Valaverse hand packs, guys. They're really expressive, as you can see.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You're all number one.
Yeah, you are number one. You're number one in my book. TK Storm, channel member for 9 months. Thank you, my friend. Says smash that like button, Chad Holes. Thank you for that. Yeah, liking the stream helps. It helps everybody that you hang out with. I personally think that it's good etiquette whenever you go into a stream, you hit it right away. That's what I do. I'm not saying everyone should, join the consensus, but it helps all of our friends' channels and people that we support get seen more through the algorithm if you do. Anyway, Justin Booth gifted a channel membership. You guys know what's coming because I got to do it, contractually obligated. So in your face.
Wolverines. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We lost NEEKOTRONUS.
Sorry, doggo. I'll be right back.
We lost it.
Hell yeah.
Ramona says hi. Hi, everyone.
Oh,
hi.
Ramona.
That's all I thought about too.
Yeah. So, well, when Nico comes back, I start a comment from Cobra Emperor 6 GI Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17. Long name. But I want to get into that, but I'm going to wait till he comes back. Oh, hey, Ted's here.
What up, Dark Claw?
Duarte's here.
Best
See,
best
Carl Snow
guys in
says,
game.
oh yeah, absolutely. Duarte.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about guys like him here in a little bit, right?
Oh yeah?
Is
it gonna get spicy?
People like that. Those people. We're going to discuss those people in a minute.
Oh goodness.
Carl Snow says Mr. Fantastic definitely stretches. That's already been confirmed. There's nothing saying that originally he didn't, and then they fixed that. There's nothing to say that, But I had heard from several sources that he did not. So I don't know. Who knows? Judge Dreads, what's up? Says I still watch All in the Family. Archie was MAGA before it was a thing. I think Archie Bunker was just he was surly. We're gonna say that he's a surly man. No, they'll never remake Blazing Saddles. No. Mm-mm. Who went at Kathleen Kennedy? Oh, the South Park guys?
Like he said earlier, they go at anybody. That's why they're funny.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe.
Yeah. Yep. Casper and Dina Mayer still hit the convention circuit. Yeah, and Dina Mayer was also in what, Saw 3? Saw 3? Where she Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. that was only like 25 years ago. It's all good. Yeah. No, Buck Fuddy, I'm not gonna put up your comment about Cinnamon Ring. No, not gonna do that. I can't do that. Dan R says, "Look, I changed my profile picture. That's a good looking beard, my dude. What is that hat? Is that a Boston Red Sox hat?
Oh God.
What is that hat?
Yeah.
Put it in the comments. I want to know because we might be fighting.
Boston Red Sox hat.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
Mafex.
Mafex? What about Mafex?
That's how Kaiju Daddy says it from Boston. Mafex.
Yeah, there's that whole. Some people say Mafex, some people say Mafex. I say Mafex, but you know what? I don't collect it, so I don't care. It's just academic.
Big facts.
Yeah, just it's all the same. The Titan says, "God, I hate multiverse and time travel Hollywood."
Like I said, that whole storyline's giving me a headache.
Back to the Future did time travel well, but in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it was just like a MacGuffin, I don't know.
See, Yojo Jerk knows how to say it. Mafex.
Mafex. Did Chad catch up on the chat yet? No. That's from
he's still
13
trying to
minutes
read
ago.
your name.
That's from 13 minutes ago. Suka says the MCU is dead and it's all 49er Brian's fault.
Big facts.
Yeah.
I concur.
I would argue that the MCU died at Infinity War and just kind of dragged along.
Brian was there.
He was there. Yeah. And it was his fault. So
Big fact.
Yeah, Watchmen was also like 300 until the end, right? They didn't have the whole big space monster octopus or whatever thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. House Hendo, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, so World Made of Cardboard. Good dude, awesome guy. Going to see him at DFW here in a couple months. So Tony is Doom, but Stark's not Doom here, but he is there. But where is there? Is it here? Is it somewhere else? Who are you? What is life? What was I saying? Yes, 100%.
Please, oh baby Korean Jesus, help me.
Oh, I know. Dear, little 9-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus in your golden fleece diaper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Transporter 8. That's why they get angry at the actors when they pick up the source material. Yep. A lot of the people who work on MCU, especially the Disney Plus stuff, they've been very vocal that they're not supposed to read any source material. And Kathleen Kennedy is on record as saying, this Star Wars stuff is hard to make because we don't have any novels. We don't have any comic books.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know she said that?
I can go down and get you some books right now, Kathy.
Yeah, but she said years ago that there is no novels, no comics, no nothing for Star Wars. It's like, well, yeah, because you killed it, right? But they're there.
I'm pretty these books my uncle owned that were in the basement were all Star Wars books when I cleaned this house out to redo it. So they've been down there for quite a while.
So our good friend HGC wants to know, when are we talking about Go-Bits? And we can talk about Go-Bits right now. So
Suka said he wants to see a live action Go-Bit movie.
Do you though? Do you?
I'm not that big of a Go-Bits fan. So do you want to see a live action?
No. I don't want to see a live action Go-Bits movie because I've seen what happened with live action Transformers and the diminishing returns of that. Just as I don't want to see a live action Mask, I don't really want to see any more live action Joe, because Lorenzo Di Bonaventura will not go away. And they have proved numerous times that, again, he just surrounds himself with yes men and he does what he wants. So,
And
like, I
feel
don't want to
they
see,
left-
I don't want to see, I don't even want to see a fucking sequel to Megaforce. Even if Barry Bostwick is in it, leave it alone. I like that movie how it is. Just
That's how I feel about most things. Like, just start coming up with original stuff so we can start doing new. Like, there's new generation coming. Give them something new. Stop regurgitating old shit.
Shane from Same Time Toys says, "Thank God Jack Kirby is not around for this.
Probably turned over.
Thank
in
God
the
Hector
grave.
Garrido is not around to see that fucking horrendous G.I. Joe AI art with 6 fingers on everybody. He would have lost his shit." Thank God a lot of these original creators aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, which sucks to say, right? It kind of sucks to say that.
I mean, that might be the reason, nobody wanted to do this, because they would have stood up for it if they were still around. So that might be the reason that some of this is flying by.
Yeah. House Hendo, are you talking Alita Battle Angel? Is that what we're talking about? Probably, maybe. Yeah. Woody222 says creativity is out the window because everybody they meet sucks up to them.
There you go. You could literally put some things in Chat BTT.
It's science, people! Science!
There's so many people out there that hate my clips. I just play them just to, because it irritates them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably own a pair of those suspenders.
This right here. Focus groups ruin everything. Where is Suka? And why is Suka not answering this with a, yeah, you're friggin' right? Because Suka knows, he knows what I'm talking about. Focus groups, man. They find the dumbest suck ups for these focus groups. All these companies do.
I mean, I feel like it's just in the water out there at this point now.
It's back east as well, man. You should see the shit show that are the Hasbro focus groups. You got like 10 people in a room, or in the Zoom call or whatever. 9 of them are going, "No, that figure's no good because it doesn't look like it did in 1985, and you got to make it this, and you're going to make it that." And then you got one person going, "Why don't you just do something new?" And then they're like, "Shut up!
You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, it's so bad. Snake Eyes was blind, dummy. Yeah. Oh, see, we're not talking politics, man. James Wood is he's a good actor. Yeah, we're not getting into all that. Yeah.
Gotta take care of the dogs, man.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, brother. It's okay. We just keep on keeping on.
She had to potty.
You let me buy my basic Marble Legends for $40. No. We're gonna get into that. Let's.
I will say,
tariff that like button. Speaking of
Ron,
which, yeah, let me see that, Ron.
he's so nice.
Man, you have been like pimping the shit out of that figure lately.
It's been fun, and actually blown away by the response to it too. Like, people really like Rom.
It is
But-
a good looking figure.
Really nice,
Yeah,
and
Rom-
he's got like the Spidey kind of articulation to the ab crunch and the ball joint to the upper torso, so you can kind of go
You
all
can
over
look
the
down
place.
further in Maximum Hawk.
Yeah, probably more than likely. Look up too. It's pretty good, especially for like flying poses. Rom Space Knight.
That actually allowed me to sneeze.
Perfect.
I had to sneeze, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna full screen him again." I'm over here going, yeah, Jedi Ben. Star Wars is dead. Disney killed it. Lucas is just an old man counting his money for his kids. He's tired. He's done, man.
Yeah.
As soon as they took his treatments for 7, 8, and 9 and just lied right to his face and ditched him. 100%. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything you're talking about is politics. No, not really. No. Mm-mm. I am not. No.
Nah, we're talking about toys and nerdy shit.
Yeah.
And Rom. Yeah, and Rom's got that cake. Jerk pointed that out too. He's got a booty on him.
I mean, does he though? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Arbor, right?
Yeah. Chad, give some memberships.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Reminder.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it right
I
now.
certainly forgot.
You forgot?
Yeah,
I forgot
we
too. Thank you, Suka. I love you very much. Of course, you said that 12 minutes ago. Still not enough likes. Oh, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Don't sweat it.
Lick that like butt.
The shills nailed my other channel, so now I have this one. What shills? Toy shills? What? Chad, Jar Jar is not your only impression. What about Christopher Walken? Jar Jar is my only decent one. It's my
You never
only
went
decent one,
Christopher Walken over the mic?
Ayo. Talking about me? We're gonna.
Ooh.
Just wait. It's coming. Just
Dude, that command center.
Strap in.
Sick.
just wait for the sweet release, baby.
Chad, how insensitive of you.
Yeah, it's coming.
Aw.
It's coming. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat. Right, dude? Dina Mayer?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
The whole time I'm watching Starship Troopers and I'm like, dude, let Carmen just go off and die. Hang out with Dizzy. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. She was in the Power Rangers live action movie too, if I remember right. The redhead?
Only saw it once. I don't remember.
Which movie?
Oh,
The one with Ivan Ooze or the
I think-
remake?
I think the one with Ivan Ooze. Yeah, she was like some forest spirit or something. She was in like a green bikini type of deal.
Duarte would know. He would know.
Let's see what the chat says.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna,
was
I'm gonna
waiting
see
to
if
see.
I can gift these. No, it won't let me gift them.
Son of a gun.
Cutthroat
What if I
said,
have to
Chad,
do it?
you'll never catch up with the chat. They
Hey,
love
shut
you."
up! You don't know. You don't know. Look, Curb Stomp's here. Curb Stomp,
Kirby!
I was talking about you earlier, buddy. You missed it because you're fucking late. That's your problem. Oh, he said it's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, fair enough. I'm in here with a Boston Red Sox hat on. Don't do it. Dina Mayer was in Dragonheart. That's right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you
Haven't
tell
seen-
him. It's Mofex. Shut the hell up. Come on here.
Chad.
Savage.
Savage Press.
Sergeant Savage.
Sergeant Savage, yeah. Oh, rest in peace, Sergeant Savage. How long do you guys think? And see, we're going to start segueing to the other topic now that NEEKOTRONUS has returned to grace us with his presence.
You're
How
welcome.
long do you guys think it's going to be until Classified does a Sergeant Savage, especially after that Sergeant Rock figure came out? Discuss.
You know, I would love a Sergeant Savage figure, but I don't know that I would love a classified Sergeant Savage figure. Like, I would love a 6-inch scaled Sergeant Savage, but I don't think that they would do it justice. I think that he's going to be loaded up with tats, which whatever,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
like rock and roll.
Yeah,
Or that god awful road pig.
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah,
You mean the Lenny insert figure?
Yes, all of
And
them.
if somebody out there likes that road pig, more power to you, man. But I think it looks like hot dog shit.
It does.
The dog
does.
is cool though. The
The
little
dog is
I
great.
wanted
The pit bull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted that. I was like, am I gonna buy it for the pit bull?
Yeah. G-Force, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Howdy.
I'm getting caught up. I'm getting there. Okay, so would like to see a Sergeant Savage in the 112 scale, even though Sergeant Savage is G.I. Joe and was a line that was to complement and be parallel of a real American hero, but you don't want him to be classified.
I know.
Because
contradiction.
They took Glenda,
Yeah.
made her classified.
Yeah.
They took Quarrel, made her classified.
Yeah, have her
What
around
do
here.
you think? What do you think the odds are that at some point you're going to see a Sergeant Savage?
It'll happen.
And maybe his Screaming Eagles.
I don't know if they'll
probably just
go
do Savage and then fucking forget to do the rest of the team, like
100%.
Mad Marauders and everything else that they start and don't finish.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like, and like I was saying about shedding more than my dog, I'm picking hair off of Quarrel, but it's repaint, retool, Scarlet. It's an okay figure, but it can't stand for shit.
I made a custom Quarrel when Classified first came out, and I just took that, Classified version 1 Scarlet. I guess that's how we describe them now.
Yeah.
And I just made her Quarrel, dude. I put like the Union Jack on that weird little armored shoulder pad, and I thought she looked fucking sweet. But I don't have a problem with that one either. It's just they make everybody look like they're rugby players, where they're playing like arena football with all the fucking shit on them. And I'm like, who's going to go? Nobody goes into combat like that. I will tell you from experience, kids, the groin protector, the butt flap, the DAP, all this dumb shit. Like, we would get issued our body armor and you take all that, you throw it in a sea bag. It goes in a Connex. That shit doesn't even go overseas. Nobody wears that shit. Try to get out of a freaking up armored truck wearing that crap. You're dead before you even open the door because you can't move. I'm not going to get into the whole, that's the slippery slope of backwards magazines. You know what I mean? You're putting the wrong optics on weapons because you got people there that they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Sergeant Savage. Yes, no?
I mean, like, I'd love to have a Sergeant Savage figure. Like, if they decided,
they have done some figures good, like the Vac Metal Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty. So if they did do the Sergeant
Savage, retro Cobra Commander?
Yeah. So if
Does
they
he
went
still have that
retro,
fucking
if they
horrible
put him on the
avatar?
retro card and did a Sergeant Savage and did it right, then yeah, I'd be happy. But if they give me some new age, turned up, over the top bullshit, then no, I don't want it.
Dude, that ab crunch is horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, but look at him right there. Like, look at him in the pose.
Sure.
You tie the string up to your ceiling. He's flying. He's good to go.
Oh, here we go. Watch this. Ready?
Ready.
I just gifted 5 channel memberships. Can only do it from my browser.
Boom.
Can't do it from my phone.
There we
Does
go.
it tell you who got him?
Watch this. Look, I just gifted 5 more.
Savage, y'all.
I don't know when my next live stream is going to be because of the move. So this might be it for a couple of weeks. I get 10 a month. I'll fucking do them all right now. It's fine. That's what she said.
Nice.
Yeah, do them all right now. Do all 10 right now.
10 at a time.
In the move.
That's what she said.
Sorry. As soon as he said 10 at a time, I had to do it. Go ahead, J-Mac.
You gonna set up just like you are right here, or are you gonna change something?
We're talking about Willis.
When you said room for room, pretty much when you move.
Oh,
are you gonna change anything, or it's gonna look exactly the same behind you when you set up in the new place?
It's going to require some logistics juggling. The new house has it has built-in shelves running down. Okay, everyone should know that my Joe room is a garage, right? It's a converted garage. But the sides, there's shelving running the entire length of the garage. So I kind of put a pin in that. Am I going to bring all my bookcases and display solutions? Am I going to bring them in so I can get behind them and get to those shelves and put actual garage shit in there? Am I going to tear those down? Am I going to use them? I don't know. So now I could really, in theory, just set up this corner and kind of be like the Wizard of Oz, like, don't look anywhere else because it's a fucking nightmare. But I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. But first thing is move. Second thing is, pots, pans, hook up my washer and dryer, the real life stuff. And then
Figure it out.
this. But I am gonna, I'm gonna chronicle it all. There'd probably be some clips of me screaming.
I remember my
Like
last move.
straight screaming.
Yeah.
I might take Jeff W. up on that offer.
Here's the thing, right?
Come help me label these.
Blake, man, thanks for being here. It's good to see you. I love Jeff W. to death. He's a fantastic guy. He's a good friend. He's a real person. Yeah. I can't, in good conscience, even though he is a friend, and I can't wait to see him when we all go to DFW, I can't ask somebody to come across the country and help me move my shit.
He said it in the chat that you didn't ask. He offered.
I know that, but no, to me, that's taking advantage of. No, I just.
How far is the move?
It's
You're
like
telling
4
me,
miles, dude. It's not far.
Oh, okay.
If Bobby called you up
That's
right
not
now and was like, Chad, I need your help packing up half
Okay,
of
if
Oliver.
somebody called me right now and said, Chad, I need your help, fuck yeah. I'm all over that. Throw up the fucking.
That's why Jeff W. would be there to help you, man.
I understand that. I get it.
Proud and happy to come bag up some Joes with you.
TMT Skate says there's an O-ring ROM in the works.
Really?
By whom? Who's doing it? Is it Super 7?
I was just gonna say that. Is it Stupid 7? Man,
I don't know. I mean, because Reaction is Joe only, and it's animation, comics. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wonder if Hasbro is gonna license out all the Marvel stuff. Because obviously they own ROM.
They do.
Yeah.
They don't tend to give too much attention to the IPs they own, though.
That is also a great point.
When that fucking BMAC guy was posting on Instagram. Oh, first of all, let me say goodbye to Tristan. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Replay Squad is always appreciated. And when you watch us on replay, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Tristan's got a hell of a collection.
Say again?
Tristan's got a hell of a collection, too.
Oh, yeah. When BMAC was posting all this stuff about mask
yeah.
mask that. Now, granted, this was before the whatever company
Loyal,
that's doing Loyal
Subject.
the 1-for-1 remake. I have my feelings on that. I've shared them before. I fucking straight took BMAC's post. I made a story out of it. I tagged him on it, and I said, for the love of God, do not touch mask. And I will give BMAC credit. He messaged me because, when you tag somebody, it shows up in their messages. He was like, oh, come on, man. Why not? And I'm like, you work for the company. It's just going to be 6-inch figures with no vehicles and you're going to fuck it up. And he just laughed and said, yeah, maybe. So I'll give him credit.
Knows.
Yeah, at least he fucking knows. I'll give him that credit. So
the one thing that kills me, I want Inhumanoids in the worst fucking way, and the fact that Brian Flynn owns the trademark to Inhumanoids means Hasbro's never going to do it. And if Flynn has that name, they're fucked.
Look, this this isn't private information because I've seen it posted before where certain trademarks lie. There's several companies out there making shit that they don't own the trademarks of.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I want monsters. Actually, this is what I want. I want someone out there who might see this, who's a better, more talented digital sculptor than, say, myself. Create some STL files for the monsters from Inhumanoids so that people like myself can print them and print them for others, and we can share the wealth of Inhumanoid monsters with everybody out there. You could put your Joe Classified figures in there. They can eat your Nemesis Enforcer. It'll be better than Cobra Law. Let's go.
Who doesn't want to decompose?
Decompose!
Anyway,
I still think the
Headcanon
old.
corrects us. However, Headcanon,
Oh,
you did not say actually. So you get 5 points off.
yeah. Haha.
Gina Mayer was not in the Power Rangers movie, actually. It was Gabriella Fitzpatrick. Oh, we're talking about that Woods bitch that gives them like
Yes.
their ninja powers.
Yes,
That one?
yes.
Yeah,
The
that was
power-
not Gina Mayer. That's why I couldn't
That was
think
my
about what we were
bad.
talking about.
Sorry. I was thinking the redhead, not Dina.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually. Thank you, Headcanon. See, that's why I love the chat, dude. Because the chat always knows.
Good shit.
Headcanon's full of trivia information also.
Yeah, and he's a cool dude.
He is.
Oh no. No,
Our
don't do
good friend
that.
Elite Legends says Leather Lenny. Leather Lenny would make Sergeant Savage look like Pedro Pascal.
He
What you
would.
trying to say about that Fantastic Four movie, bud?
Oof.
Leather Lenny. I don't
Speaking of Leather Lenny,
there he is.
I got this pilot.
Didn't
shit.
he say some dumb shit about how he thought that was him?
Probably.
He
probably
said
did.
that on one of their live streams. He was like, "Oh, I thought that was a likeness of me." I don't know if they were just doing their like horrible bantering, but
It's been a
Well-
likeness of the original creator since it
Ron
was
Rudat.
Yeah.
Leatherneck is Ron Rudat, or was.
So like they made him
that's a good
really
question.
tiny.
Right here. Yeah, he is small, right? That's what she said.
Yeah. And like his original torso is actually the green shirt torso that's going to be coming on the retro wave. I couldn't handle how short he was. So like what I did was gave him the Cobra Island roadblock torso. And so that's what's underneath all of that. And I just swapped it out. You can kind of see some of the like the white camo garbage on the bottom there. But just swap the arms.
Wait, are you picking on Gung Ho's camouflage?
No, not gung ho's on leathernecks. Gung ho's
Yeah.
great.
Chad explained that's supposed to look faded.
Yeah. So I don't know. Leatherneck, I'm not buying them again. I'm not buying a retro card. BMAC, Lenny, Moosley, Emily. I'm not buying another one.
I'm tempted to buy the
Sorry.
Halo jumper one just because I like the BDUs on them.
Yeah. Get them on clearance or sale, but full price? No. No.
Does anybody see this right here?
Oh, hold on.
It's what
You're not gonna get it. So
you can get it in red with.
but I also feel that any of us who wanted
You get a 3D
a hooded Cobra Commander head already have one. I am not
Yep.
a classified person, but I have one. I've had one for 5 years, whatever, since that first Cobra Commander came out. As soon as it
Yep.
came out, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go find a hooded head for that."
Yeah,
Immediately,
exactly.
right off the bat. And he's holding the battle helmet head in his arm.
And perfect. Just like that. that I picked up a Red Skull Marvel Legend figure with the intent of putting my hooded head on that body, like painting it all blue, get it all nice and matching. And then I figured once the retro came out, I was like, no, fuck that. I'm just going to paint the blue on the hood to match the retro card figure, and I'll just put it on that. And game set.
Yeah, I used the obviously the original Cobra Commander with that, short cape and all that stuff. But I did some tricks on him. I did some like dry brushing and some washes and all this stuff. So I kind of layered more blues on him. I actually popped up the metallic colors on him, gave him the hooded head, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I chromed out his visor.
Excellent.
Yeah, I made a diorama for the missus. He's like standing, he's got like there's a ammo crate, or there's a weapons crate behind him. There's like a Cobra flag planted. He's got one foot on like a pile of skulls, and he actually has his Venom pistol in his hand.
Sweet.
And I put it under a glass cloche because I'm
nice.
bougie like that.
Yeah. Well, save you some dusting.
Yeah.
A little, maybe. Some of the time.
You all right?
Me? Yeah. Sorry. My phone goes off a lot.
Oh.
Mr.
Thought you were
Popular.
about to sneeze again.
Mr. Popular. Actually, one of my friends, he pops into streams every now and again. Tom Miller, he has Rock Viper in quotes in the middle of his name, Tom Miller.
Okay. Yeah.
He's actually coming through Albuquerque tomorrow with his family, and they're going to be staying here on the military installation at the RV park, because they're traveling around in their RV. So I told him I'd have him over.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's not Laser Pants sending me more drunk boating pictures now. Suka wants classified Star Brigade Cobra Commander before the line dies.
I mean, if we get to like Battle Force 2000, which I'm sure we will.
You think so?
I mean, they're already getting into the Ninja Friends, right? So it's only a matter of time.
They did that right off the bat, my friend. That first Storm Shadow, that Amazon exclusive, which, by the way, again,
sucks so much.
Bullshit of making mainline characters exclusive.
Because
that was the only Storm Shadow for a hot minute. It wasn't like they came out with another one a month later. That's also when they said the line only had a 3-year shelf life. So
yeah.
There's
not enough forward thinking and creativity within the toy companies anymore. They aren't storytellers.
It's about regurgitation.
Yeah, marketing and milking that nostalgia cow until there's no more milk.
There's no more milk. They milked it.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's gone bad. Oh, I wish I had 2 more thumbs. I give you 4 thumbs down. Ladies, show Charlie Murphy your titties. I want to circle back around to marketing, because this is something that I've just wondered, and maybe someone in the chat could give me like a no shit answer, because I'm curious. But Hal Jordan, I guess this is a rhetorical question. Is Chad the first host to figure out how to gift subs? No, I'm not. It's just sometimes I forget to do it. But thanks to Suka, we just gifted 10 channel memberships for free 50, baby.
And everybody else all the time forgets to do it. So,
and apparently I can take 10 at a time.
That's what she said.
I hear Boog is a pro at that.
Well, Boog invented channel memberships.
He invented
it. Speaking of Boog, when I had Elite Legends and Ryan on, either he was in the chat watching because Elite Legends was on, or somebody went and poo-pooed to Boog. But next thing you know, Boog's going at Elite Legends, then him and freaking Robert's Infinite Realms have a thing, and I'm like, God, just
these guys, man. Like, do you need
toys,
the interaction that bad? Yeah. Like, can you get? What's the point of fighting and arguing about shit? If you guys want to be all up on that Hasbro Cox,
about G.I. Joe.
I don't know, man. Oh, my phone died. Did Chad catch up? Spoiler alert. No, I'm actually further behind now.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know.
That's what happened.
Nico, is that a custom Cobra Claw? Yes, it is.
Yes, that is the Mark II design Cobra Claw, which is available on his Patreon. If you subscribe to his Patreon, you can get the files. I know Chad has it in Lord Scale. Oh,
They've
you pretty
got me.
bubbers. Hi,
He's so
baby.
big now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she is.
Hi, baby. Yeah.
Oh, the big baby. Oh, the big floofy bear.
Like I didn't even get a treat. You holding out on me?
Sorry. The ma'am just walked by, so I was chit-chatting with her. Dan R, that's right. You're moving. If I was closer, I would help. I appreciate it all. I really truly do, but I got this. I'm good.
I come over there and help you like Tony off of analog.
No.
Yo, I was
Shelf
in
clear.
tears that day when he did that. Absolutely
Oh,
fell out of
man.
my chair.
Yeah. That's going to take weeks to set up unless you box and label everything in tubs. So, first of all, when I moved, when we did our final PCS before I retired to this house, I had everything labeled. Joe room and it's this, and Joe room and it's that, and it said like what's in every box. It didn't matter. Shit still took me 6 months. You
Yeah.
got to figure like figure for figure, just the two shelves that I have, ceiling to floor that are nothing but figures, that takes forever.
Oh, I bet.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I
You know what? Those are first world problems, kids, because
for sure. Yeah.
I wanted to come back around to marketing real quick.
Oh yeah.
What does a current, and I'm not taking pot shots, but what does a current toy company marketing director, manager, I don't know what like their titles are. What do they do? There's no commercials on TV. There's no longer print ads in comic books for toys.
Yep. Yeah.
There's no Penny's catalogs, no Toys R Us, no Sears, no none of that stuff. You're not setting up end caps.
They're not taking
There's not
pictures.
animated series. What does a current day toy company marketing
He
person
posts on Instagram.
They post
Or
on
Facebook.
Instagram. They
Do
post
they
on
do it?
LinkedIn.
Do they do it?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
you know what? That's
their
a great
job.
question too. They might not. They might have an intern that relays all their shit through their
So do
Instagram and whatever.
Honest to God question. Not this isn't a baiting question. I really want to fucking know. Do they just do live streams and sell their shit?
They don't even do live streams. Those are all pre-recorded.
No, Kenny and them do live stream. Like Hasbro goes live sometimes to show off the new G.I. Joe shit.
Are they live?
They're never live.
Or is it just the
That's-
chat that's live?
Yeah, it's just the chat.
Because
all those
when's the last time
videos.
you watched one of those Hasbro QVC streams? Not trying to pick on Hasbro, but they
You're
are
actually
fucking
right.
like,
They've
they
never-
are QVC. Like, oh, look at this new thing. Come buy this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw them throw a fucking chat up on the
Right.
screen?
You now that I'm thinking about that,
They don't.
So that's
You're right.
an honest question. What do they do?
they don't even do live streams.
Yeah, no, they do very little. Very, very little. Kentucky inbred. What kind
I
of
didn't
bread?
buy it. I didn't buy it because I got my hands on 3 of them. Dude, when I reviewed this figure, if any of you hanging out with us, any of you, 150, whatever, watching, saw my review of this figure, I was pretty kind, right? Like I pointed some stuff out, but I didn't fucking destroy it. I lost like 150 subs.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently I didn't kiss Brian Flynn's ass enough, but yeah, I don't know. Am I the only one that wanted to call Chad in that moment and ask for help? Hey, have at it. I'll fucking I'm on it. I'm your guy. I'm your guy. 500 pounds of ammo on a 90-pound female sniper. Yeah. But anyway, seriously, I need to catch up to the chat to see what the chat is saying about that.
For
But
sure.
what does a marketing person do? And yes, Shane, they did make a 118 scale ROM. Actually, the guy that a lot of Hasbros don't like worked on that set.
Yeah.
The
Mr.
Revolution set. Yep. It was a modern construction 4-inch ROM. And that set was not supposed to have Roadblock, but they threw him in there anyway because they needed to refresh their trademark. I don't know anything about toys.
Every 7 years. Yeah. These fuckers.
Do you have an acid flashback?
Yeah, I think I did. No, I meant the trademarks. Every 7 years, you have to re-up your trademarks.
Yeah, well, that's how they lost Steel Brigade.
Yeah.
Speaking of Serpentor, somebody was like this close to pulling the trigger to buy Serpentor.
I heard that. And Flint. I heard that
And I was
too.
like,
Yeah.
You should have.
Oh man, he should have. That like consider their foot shot.
Same time Toy says, I just blew Jay's mind with the news that they don't go live. But that's an honest question. Like, I honestly want to know, like,
they don't go live.
Do they?
They post on Instagram. They, you know, like, cause I
look at this.
He said it. They do very little.
They do look for YouTube channels that are friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The term is friendly, not suck ups.
Yep.
Friendly.
They don't want
Fair.
criticism.
Fair.
They don't want anyone that's going to say anything. That,
No. They say they're okay with criticism, but they want people who are fair.
They
don't
want
they don't want somebody that's going to ask you the hard questions.
They want you to be full throated.
Publicly numerous times. I would love to interview Lenny and Tony. I would love to.
And it would be a professional.
And I would ask
get
them
them on here
questions.
to just shit on them. Like, he
would
wants
ask them
to honestly ask them questions.
Yeah.
But there's certain questions you want to ask that Hasbro don't want them answering in any shape, way, or form.
No, but here's the thing. Even though I would love to, we all know it wouldn't happen because, one, my associations. Two, I'm known for, the opinions and thoughts that I have. And three, as soon as I sent their legal department my questions. Now, when I interviewed Brian Volkweiss from the Nacelle Corporation, the toys that made us, all that stuff.
Yeah.
When I interviewed Brian, I had to send his assistant, who's also named Brian. I had to send his assistant my questions. Now, they didn't tell me what I could or couldn't ask. He just kind of wanted a heads up beforehand.
That's cool.
That's fair. But he never said, you can't ask about this. I won't.
They didn't send it back with questions marked out.
No, there was no red penning. No.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird because and look at them. All they do is they fail. And these figures, these faces that they decide to pop up on these screens, they get promoted. And they keep bumping up.
I'm just going to put my opinion out there. If you like her or don't like her, personally, I think she comes off as a smug little pompous shit don't stink bitch. And I hope she's watching.
I wouldn't even say something like that.
Do better as a person, Emily.
I'm going to go. There, you guys can
cancel. Cancel.
Comes off just so.
I have said numerous times in the past, even though the verbiage that gets thrown around, like Island Viper Terry. I hope you're fucking here, you piece of shit. Loves to say that I'm like the faceless, generic, toxic GI Joe. First of all, for an adult male to call somebody else toxic, you're pathetic, right? What man calls someone toxic? That's for children.
Not a man. Weak male.
For another time. But I have said numerous times in the past that I thought that Emily worked very hard at an uphill position because you're dealing with IPs. And this was even back when she was just in charge of Joe, right? Before everything else, you're dealing with one IP, G.I. Joe, that has 60, whatever years of history with lots of diehard fans, right?
Yep.
Diehard fans who know fucking everything about G.I. Joe, which, that's not really possible, but they know a lot of shit about G.I. Joe, a lot of the lore.
For sure.
And I felt that, like, yes, she has to drink from the fire hose, and that's got to be a hard job. But as time went on and then took on more IPs, and I thought, okay, yeah, that's, you're just adding more layers onto the shit sandwich there of the IPs that she has to, like, hit the ground running and try to learn all this stuff about, which is hard to do in a short period of time, right? That's years and years of building knowledge.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then when you're trying to sell people a dragonfly in that fucking spandex scale, and it's 3 feet and you don't know that it's XH1 dragonfly. Like, how can you not remember 2 letters and a number? And the more I saw stuff, I was like, oh, some of it was having a hard time drinking through the fire hose. And then like Jay said, but I'm just going to phrase it differently.
Yeah.
Some of it just seemed like, that standard kind of Hasbro, like, oh, they'll fucking buy it anyway. So what? Who cares?
Yeah. That's how she comes
Version
off.
2
Just
Snake
take
Eyes
it.
on a version 1 Snake Eyes card. Who cares?
We made it. We like it. Take it.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, because, like, look at what they do. And here's the other thing. You have people that do not care. They don't give a fuck about Joe. Emily doesn't care about Joe. She cares about her paycheck. She cares about doing.
Said it on one stream.
Yeah.
So
these are
being that
I feel like
this is my house, right? And for me, my personal thought is, I don't know these people. I can't say if they do care or not, to include Lenny, right? But I really get that Steve Buscemi, like, hey there, fellow kids, like,
Definitely.
It's very much like
they're
we
salespeople.
Yeah. We're going to do the hipster thing because it's hip,
I mean, I've been watching you for a year and a half now. I didn't have to meet you personally to know that you're passionate about G.I. Joe.
Oh, I'm not. It's all a lie. Just wait.
Green screen backdrop.
You'll see.
Yeah, it's
green screen. Yeah, but, so Suka here says, I thought I heard they were glorified program managers.
There you go. That's a good name. That
could very well be.
Program manager is, right? Blake, Blake's, he's a learned guy. He's knowledgeable. Interface with Walmart, Target, etc. When's the last time you saw it? When's the last time anybody saw fucking toys at Walmart and Target? I don't.
Fair.
It's
although
bare. I just
Yeah.
did a video the other day and sent it to Avi on how bare it was there.
I did find Larry Neck at Walmart.
Cool.
So
And that's
there's
cool.
that. There,
Yeah, I mean,
but
was it
I
on
also
a
have
peg
to
or was
say-
it just on the shelf?
it was on the peg. There were 2 of him, there were 2 of Xandar, and none of the rest of the wave. But it's also only one Walmart, and that Walmart is like a 20-minute drive away versus the one that's around the corner 5 minutes from my house. That one has 0 Joe at all.
You want to see Big?
Oh, big baby. Yeah.
There's
Oh my
something about
gosh.
when the camera's on, like she knows when the camera's on. She'll
She
do that
knows.
all day
Yeah.
long. But when I'm live, she won't do it. But
Won't
Odie
come
is
near. My
big.
Ramona.
She is big now.
Yeah.
That two
She is
two
big girl.
split particle experiment going on. The observation, they know.
Yeah.
So
Dogs can sense that. That's like my Ramona's the same way. She, if I have a camera on her, she's like, nope. She has to be distracted, otherwise I can't get a picture.
yeah, fair enough. Sorry, Carl Snow said there's also toy lines for actual kids that they work on.
Do they though? Do they actually work on them? Do they
Yeah, I
though?
don't,
Yeah, I
those
don't.
dinosaurs they're putting out now, like back in the day, our Jurassic Park dinosaurs were better. They actually had like rubbery skin.
Hey, at
Mhm.
least the Jurassic World line is putting out 118 scale vehicles, and that one that's like my Vamp Mark III. I really like that vehicle. It's got a magnetic roof.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's a
dope.
quality toy.
Yeah,
I didn't check
that
out
is
the
really
vehicle, but the dinosaurs are just hard Like, how did they make better dinosaurs in the 90s?
Woody's only 6 miles from Hasbro, and they don't give him shit. Sorry.
that's
Go
a
knock on the
crime.
door, dude.
With as much as Woody funds everything they're doing, they should
Yeah,
be
they
sending
wouldn't
him
give
free
them
shit.
shit.
They should be sending him mountains of free shit.
No, they're like, he's buying this shit regardless. Just let him keep buying it.
TNT
That's
State is
true.
saying something about Geek Dad, but I don't have a context because I don't see anything else. Like Geek Dad Life?
Sure.
I'd rather watch the fucking paint dry in my house. Personal opinion. Oh, look at this. Oh,
We'll go live on full force. Wow.
well, only when he talks to them at New York Toy Fair, and they all just kind of gloss over the fact that the card art is fucking garbage. But
Glug, glug, glug.
Russell says, "I like Chad. Just don't be a Chad."
Hey,
Be
he
a
can be a
Chad
Chad. He is Chad.
I'm a Chad.
He
He's
has
missing
to be
the hole.
Chad.
That's what the
I'm a Chad all day. Oh, hey, 610. What's up? Says sorry I'm late. Have to catch up on the replay. That's all good. Cool. Now my toys are falling.
Getting early,
bro.
Did you hear that? That was one of my
they're
translations.
like, let's move, let's go.
Oh
Yeah,
no, who fell?
Headcanon. Well, okay, so this isn't like a bash on Emily kind of a thing, right? Like that. It's not what I wanted it to become. But is the aunt that when you ask for Power Rangers for your birthday, but she buys you Space Ninjas from the dollar store because they are the same thing?
Big facts, headcanon.
It's pretty fair. She'd buy you some Final Faction and say it's just like G.I. Joe.
Hey, at least Final Faction, like they
I
put a
know,
lot of
they
effort
cared.
into like unifying elements
Story.
with their like visual language, their card art, and all that stuff. They didn't use fucking AI.
You know their comic book got pulled from the dollar store?
Agreed.
No, I didn't know
I
that.
just saw that video earlier today. Yeah, there's a dude who like went and tried to buy the comic book, and apparently all Dollar Generals, they have it priced at 1 cent. And when you try to buy it, if the employee gives a shit and they scan it, that's supposed to be like a code that, oh, we can't sell this to you. And they're supposed to like take them away. But if it's an employee that doesn't give a shit, they'll just take your penny and say, take the comic.
They think they're
no
making
one.
They think
go
that
ahead.
it's becoming a movie. So something to do with the rights and who owns the rights of it.
Oh
and
my
who's gonna own
God,
the rights to
whatever.
the movie.
That's that bullshit, kids.
Yep.
It is that
Viper
bullshit.
Scout. I wanted to highlight this, right? Because this is a positive. I actually like Emily when she's on the team, seems to have more energy and gets along better, in my opinion. Your opinion is appreciated.
Yeah.
We all have
She
our
just
own
wanna
opinions.
Talk about our toys now.
Look, I know that she's met friends of mine and was, very agreeable. I know that she said a lot of nice stuff about the Valaverse line. So, I mean,
Fair.
I only know what I know. So
I know I've also seen videos of her at cons asking for guys our age what our pronouns are. So there's that.
Oh,
too.
you mean like this comment right here?
Spot on, man. Elite legend. Hit the bullseye.
Yeah, and it was her comment on one of the streams she did where it was basically like, take it or leave it. Like she was like just like so smug.
Oh, the
about-
pronoun fiasco?
No, like if you don't like our classified figures, well, fuck off. Like, because this is how we're making them, and and basically, like I like them. So if you don't like them, this is how we're making them. Don't buy them.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I was like,
Isn't
she
that like
lost her
that one
mind.
that one super activist comic writer that was like, and if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books, and then her comic book failed?
Yep. Her comic
Or like,
failed. Her TV show failed. She showed up on the set and the lead
Battlefield
actor of
1.
the
Oh,
show.
if you don't like it because it's not historically accurate, then don't buy the game, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then they switched and started making them right. Like, go figure.
That's a slippery slope, man.
Yep.
But that's just that, like, that's that hubris that we were talking about before, where it's like, it's a wrong Storm Shadow, it's a wrong Snake Eyes. Just throw it on a card. We don't care. They'll buy it.
It's been around. Like, I feel like you sometimes like this name brand, this IP's been around so long. It was such a big part of our childhood. It sometimes deserves a little bit more respect than you people are putting on it. That you think you can just come in and make Roadblock look however he wants with these shin guards.
And again, that circles back to everything that we've talked about, just hanging out between the three of us, which again, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and everybody in the chat. Fantastic Four, right? What they're doing with that, the reboot of Starship Troopers, the freaking Doomsday stuff, the this and that, and like it's all of it, right? Like
thumbs down.
Where is the proof positive that you are being stewards of these intellectual properties, rather than thinking that
money grabs,
that you can dictate the direction? You know what I mean? Like, are you being good stewards? Are you setting it up for future success? Or are we just mining it for right now?
Yeah.
And that is always my issue with G.I. Joe. And it doesn't matter if it's the first 2 live action movies, the soft reboot with the Snake Eyes, all the challenges and problematic things that go into tying it into Transformers and Lorenzo Di Bonaventura or Emily, Lenny, the executives at Hasbro who hate their problematic war brand. Are you being good stewards of it, or are you just fucking doing whatever you want?
Right. I feel like that's
a big part of the problem is that there isn't any care on their side. Like, there's nobody there that's going to be heartbroken if they do whatever. If the budget calls for X figure can't be, done the way he's supposed to be done, the majority of them are just going to say, well, fuck it, we'll just put it out the way we have to put it out and be done with it. But it feels like there's so much of a disconnect with what we grew up with that it 100% is just farming that nostalgia. It's not presenting new ideas. It's not presenting new media outside of these figures. Like, you can call the figures media, but I mean, realistically, there's no story on the back of that box. There's nothing that says this is why you should love Sergeant Slaughter.
There's no lore. There's no story. There's no nothing. But again, these aren't toys for kids. So there is nothing that sets up that this is a bad guy to a kid, right?
Right.
I would like to see toys be for kids. Now, I understand that we're all a bunch of adults that collect toys, and so for those who aren't comfortable with that, the whole term adult collectibles or kidult makes it
don't say that word
on their,
no.
Right.
He don't like kidult.
But that's that bullshit, right?
It
A
is
lot
that
of us
bullshit.
have toys from our childhoods. Look.
Hey, Mandy. How are you?
That
Yeah.
it's like mine.
Say hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going.
Talking about people being good stewards of G.I. Joe.
That's a thing. That's always a thing.
Yeah.
Mandy and I discuss that all the time. What do marketing people do?
Usually, what do you mean?
I don't know, because we were talking about like
what type of marketing? Like media?
So like Emily at Hasbro, right? Like what does she do? They don't have media. They don't. There's no Toys R Us.
Just found out she doesn't do live streams.
Yeah, like what do they do? Record videos and sell toys?
Well, I mean, when I went to college for it, typically marketing, you're supposed to be like using like some type of media, whether it's like you're making a display in a store. I mean, they don't do that anymore, right? I mean, that's long gone, but
Right? Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
putting stuff in print or commercials, or I guess for now, this generation, live streams. I mean, you just kind of name it. Usually they'll find like somebody on like the PR side too.
Oh,
That'll
you sweet doggo.
that'll go out and like really push and market the brands. But
Hmm.
I mean, marketing is not hard. Like one of the easier college degrees to get.
That's
You
what I
know,
was going to say when you brought it up last time is
Yeah.
all the Targets, all the Walmarts. When's the last time you
Yeah.
walked in there and saw a Transformers corner display cardboard thing holding up the figures? Never.
Yeah, that's all like well, that's not really like, yeah, it's a little bit of your marketing and your PR team, even like the artists and stuff, like getting their feedback, like, how do you want this to look if a little kid walks by, or, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nope, just make a post on Instagram.
Yep. Anyway, so everybody, there's the ma'am.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls.
Good to see you.
Good to
Like
see
that sleeve tat.
Right? Yeah. When Ginny Rudat, Ron's wife, Virginia Rudat, when she saw that she has that Cobra logo in all of her geometry, she was like, "Oh, that's so cool! I've never seen a woman with
It
that
is
tattoo
cool.
before."
And all her geometry. I love that shit.
Yeah, that's dope.
Did the Marvel team know anything about Marvel before they took that job?
Probably not.
Well,
Fair argument, right?
no, they did because they were the Toy Biz team. So, yes, they did. It was Dwight.
They systematically got ciphered out, though.
Yeah, I mean, Dwight was the head of it then, so he's still a part of Marvel. And Jesse Falcon was running it back then. I know that because he blacklisted me from Marvel. So there's that.
Really?
Yeah, way back in the 90s.
Somebody in the comments said they would love to see me get Brian Flynn on here. I tried. That's I tried when they were.
He has an open invitation.
He still has an open invitation. I tried. I worked really hard at it when they were trying to crowdfund that mothership.
Well, actually,
now I back too.
He's right here. Brian, how you doing? Like, I'm just kidding.
Got to get the little cat door.
Hey Brian,
the
get up on the
outside.
step stool, Brian. Oh, Brian. No, like I did. I tried, and he blew me off. So he responded to me once and then never again. And I get it. Like, I'm friends with people that some people can't handle.
Avi thinks he's going to get him on his channel.
Probably.
You're delusional, Avi.
Hey, David Allen did. David Allen got him.
Well,
and yeah, but you're dealing with people who they're going to go where it's safe, and I understand that, and I don't have a problem with it. The bros like to say, "Oh, well, all you guys are butthurt because you can't A, B, and C," and I'm like, I'd rather have Ron Rudat any fucking.
He's not under my desk, Blake. He's just standing here looking up at the monitor.
Well, tell him to give me a call.
Brian, call Chad.
Yeah, see, Anthony Rosario, look how in demand a real American hero G.I. Joe still is. Just see how hard it is to collect the original series from Marvel Comics.
Fair. Yep. How many compendiums are there now? How many hardbound?
Even that Transformers one sold out like that, man.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like, when you do that, when you give us what we want, fuck yeah, we show up for it. I mean,
I feel like the fans
it used to be common sense
over and over again.
See, I think a lot of what really is the thing is that their distribution, and when I say they, it's pretty vague, right? But we all know, as connoisseurs of little plastic people, distribution for toys has been a nightmare for a long time. And anyone who maybe got into the game during the whole lockdown doodad, whatever thing, probably doesn't know that. But you're talking like I mean, I would argue at least 2016, and I know some people would argue before that.
Oh
But
yeah, before that, for sure.
distribution of toys to the big two, big box, say
Yeah.
that fast. The big two retailers has always been a shit show. And again, you're trying to treat these stores, these corporations, as your like de facto toy store. They're not fucking toy stores.
Yep.
They never were. They
Yeah,
are
yeah.
massive retail chains that happen to have a little section with fucking toys in it.
Yep.
It's mostly
That's it.
driven by seasonal shit.
Yep.
But people, they want their toys like we've always gotten their toys, but dude, Toys R Us is gone, Child World's gone, Children's Palace is gone, fucking KB's gone. Toy stores don't exist unless you go to your brick and mortar mom and pop stores and support them.
Yep.
Going to Walmart, going to Target, like I'm not gonna say shit about Big Bad Toy Store, except fuck them. They're abusing that whole tariff scare.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Which we still gotta chat on that.
Oh yeah.
But you know, hunting a Walmart or a Target for toys
Yeah.
just seems weird. Like I'm gonna go to Walmart, like, oh, I'm out of fucking coffee.
Right.
Do I walk down the toy aisle? Yeah, absolutely. Do I expect to see anything that I'm gonna pick up? Fuck.
No.
You shouldn't expect to see anything at all because it's barren.
Because it's Walmart. It's not Toys R Us. Like,
I mean, even where it's supposed to be, you'll see where the Marvel Legends are supposed to be, or the G.I. Joe Classified, or the Transformers, and it's just empty.
dude, even
peg.
look at McFarlane. Like, okay, let's talk like a completely different company. Like McFarlane's doing away with DC, and you hear so many collectors like they pulled them, they're gone. But then other people are like, there's still a shit ton at my store.
Yeah,
It's
they're
the inconsistencies. And then you see in like all these Facebook groups or on Instagram, somebody went into a Target and there's a bunch of beachheads, and it's like that's not a new wave, dude. They probably found that in the back somewhere and said, chuck that shit out. You know, like
so
that doesn't
I could
mean
tell
they
you
just stocked those.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you, as I don't know if you know this, but also a former Target toy department manager.
Oh, well then.
The number 2 Target in Michigan. Thank you very much. The way toys get stocked now, they don't really come in cases anymore unless it's a big release, like a movie push for something. They'll literally open up the cases of figures, take 1 or 2 out, depending on the store and the amount of retail space and the amount of numbers of figures they'll sell in a month. The main warehouse will divvy up the amount of figures that goes to each store within whatever shipping radius, and that's what you get. You get what you get, you know. So it's like anytime if you walk into a Target, you just see.
It's also the volumes of the stores too, right?
Oh yeah,
because you'll get,
because
this store does like $14 million. It's going to get 4 cases. This store does like $2 million. They're going to get fuck all.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So my store was the number 2 Target. My store would get exorbitant amounts of everything. Even I remember there was a Marvel Legends wave with the Tracksuit Mafia that came into my store, was in my store for 2 weeks. Then Target put the entire assortment on clearance and it was gone. And then I had people coming in looking for it. They were like, well, you guys just had them the other day. You sure you didn't take them and put them in the back? No, we don't take toys and put them back in the back.
It's on Pop Finder. I need you to go to the back and get it.
Oh God, you know how many times that is that bullshit right there. Anytime somebody would come in and be like, "Well, Pop Finder says we have it," like I'm telling you right now, I am the toy department manager. We do not have it.
The whole thing is just it's broken, man, because Walmart and Target are inconsistent. The city that I live in, Albuquerque, right? Breaking Bad. It's a biography. There are like 18 Walmarts in this city, just in the city limits, and I'm not even talking about like the surrounding areas. There's a shit ton. Targets too, and I can go to 4 different Walmarts and find 4 different planograms or whatever. It's just like the inconsistency, the stock, the availability. It's a fucking nightmare. Yeah. Toys R Us is coming back. It's making a comeback. They're trying really hard to bring it back to the States. But that's the response right there. It's this
part
app
of
to be like,
Macy's now.
eh. But if Toys R Us is trying to come back and your big two retailers don't give two shits about toys, they want to sell you duvets and pots and pans and dumb shit, right?
Yeah. The downside
then
of
go to
that,
fucking Toys R Us, people.
yeah, the downside of Toys R
Well,
Us is going to be though it's going to be a shit ton of even more overpriced stuff. I mean, not even getting into the tariff stuff when we get to that, but you know, with the way prices are right now, each like I can't imagine a Toys R Us opening up here and you know what are you going to sell your classifieds for? 45 a piece? Get out of
Going
here.
back to the distribution thing, of course, I wasn't, well traveled at 8 years old, but even my Ames and like Kmart in my neighborhood, kids in my school were getting GI Joes in their Ames and Walmart that I wasn't getting in my Ames and Walmart, and we're talking about 80s distribution. So it's been fucked up since the beginning.
Like,
go ahead.
Remember the 80s when you had Toys R Us, you had Children's Palace, you had Child's World, you had all these stores,
KB.
even KB, and they had walls of products. GI Joe, Transformers,
literal
Masters.
floor to rafters.
Exactly. You
Of
know,
that
if you
exploding
needed
art.
if you needed something that was up at the top, you had to get the guy and he had to pull that big long ladder thing with the steps all the way up to the top to get it. Like that was how those stores were all filled back then.
Yep.
Today, they couldn't do that. There's not enough product for them being pushed out. And part of that is Hasbro. Well,
like if
they
filled a
spent
thing like that means everybody could get it. There's no fear of like, oh, I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get that figure.
And that's what it is. It's the psychology, right? The psychology aspect of collecting and collectors and those marketing people that we were talking about earlier. They fucking abuse that because that's their playbook.
Yeah.
Right.
What's it selling for on eBay?
Out on Pulse. Okay. Well, if it's a pre-order, how the fuck do you sell out a pre-order? Because you haven't even produced the numbers yet, but you know that you're only going to allow Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store or Pulse to pre-order so many. And people would be shocked by these numbers.
Yep.
Like they have no idea how small these numbers are. Like, oh, that line's doing gangbusters. Dude, you're talking like 1,000 figures.
Yeah.
You're not talking shit. This isn't 1986 where you had like 1 million Vipers going out.
Right.
You know, it's not a thing anymore. And yes, they intentionally limit product availability so people will go to get them right away so they can turn around to their bosses and just say,
look,
it's sold out.
Numbers.
It's sold out. And you know they never say, but how many units did you move? No. It's sold out. Because that hype is more important than facts.
Yeah. The fact that these toy professionals are looking at eBay and looking for secondary market prices to judge whether something they did is good or not is mind-blowingly dumb, and all it does is hurt everybody else. That's it. There's no good in any of that for anyone. Not even them. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They just blasted off a pinky because they want their one decent roadblock to be $90 on eBay in the secondary market. You know, fuck off.
Right.
Dude, because I fucking hate G.I. Joe, right? I have, and people have seen it. Like I did a members only video in my game room where I have a lot of my 112 scale stuff. I have a sealed blue-eyed beachhead from the Cobra Island Target, whatever. I don't expect that to be worth anything. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just leave it sealed, whatever, you know? Yeah. And if you guys are noticing, as we're just chatting, I'm throwing up all these comments. Nothing here. I've got all this stuff. Nothing here. Nothing there. What is that? Beachhead with your head on it?
Yeah, I was.
The way he said with your head on it.
What I was gonna do is, create a story where this is what young Neek starts off as, and then Super Soldier Serum comes in, and it's like, oh, fuck all you, you're gonna die.
Oh, so that's Captain America before the serum.
Yeah, something like that.
I got you.
CJ, I don't know what you said. No one saw you comment it. It's pretty vague, man. I don't know. Throw it up again, and I'll find it. So, yeah, I'm still kind of behind. Yeah, still like 20 minutes behind. I'm working on it.
That's the usual.
I didn't know what a Chad was for weeks, but now I know they're the alpha, the omega of the bunch. I'm more of a mainframe shy person in real life. Look, in real life, I'm actually very much an introvert. I keep to myself. But yes, Chads are supposed to be like the super extra fucking people, but being a Chad and being named Chad are two different things. So
there you go.
Yeah. What tampon fiasco? This guy, he's got all the dirt on everything, man. He's fucking random stuff, but
BMAC did what?
Are you joking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I don't know where you guys are in the chat, man. So
at the bottom.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share this, and we're gonna fucking beat this up, right? Like it owes you money. Okay. Here we go. Lots of arguments about what a tariff is or what a tariff isn't. Is it a government to a government? Is it blah, 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 right? But very simple, Barney style. A tariff is based on the cost of producing goods, not the retail price. The cost of producing goods, right? There's a huge difference. For instance, a $20 item, $20. That's probably applicable to our conversation, yeah? Might only cost $5 to manufacture. The tariff applies to that $5, not the $20. With 125% tariff, the import cost becomes $8.75.
Say it again for the people in the back.
That is not the sky is falling. With 125% tariff, for those of you in the back, the import cost becomes $8.75 or cents. Sorry. The company might then raise the retail price to $23.75 to cover the increase.
Hasbro's going to lower the prices? What?
So that's what this says in a nutshell, where the tariff is applied, how it impacts the company, and how the company might pass that on to the consumer. Now, companies can either A, absorb it and have less profits, or they could just make more fucking quality products too. Or they can pass it on to the customers. There you go. That's it. It's very simple Barney style shit. So my question now to you guys and everyone in the chat as like our final topic of conversation. How do you guys feel this? And I don't want to get into like, well, this company's greedy and this one's that and blah, 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 because we already know all that, right? We know the Hasbros, the Mattels. We already saw what Big Bad Toy Store was doing preemptively. Plus you got maximum profit Spider-Man, this fucking maximum Hulk. They're just going up and up and up. And customers are voting with their wallets and they're buying this shit. So it's the customers, the collectors, the kidults.
And the resellers.
That are to fucking blame. So
and the resellers. All the people that don't even know one story of Spider-Man that bought up those maximum Spider-Mans just to resell them.
Oh, see, here we go. What internet idiot wrote that bullshit? Well, by all means, let's argue it.
So
What's bullshit? The math? The math is bullshit?
I don't know.
Numbers don't lie, bud.
That picture doesn't lie either, though.
So
So like
it's
Hasbro's
1125, not 875. Well, there you go. I didn't write it. Fair enough.
okay. So yeah, that math doesn't. But like, so all right. Prior to all of this, the average cost of your Hasbro figure is about $450, including packaging. So if we're taking that $450, multiply with the $125, yeah. So we're looking around $10-11. If that was all Hasbro was doing, was just tacking on $6 or $7, yeah, that tariff price, I don't think as many people would take issue with it, but they're obviously not just going to take a little bit. They're gonna get as much money out of everyone as they possibly can.
So
yeah, that too. Yeah.
And something that
It's
we need
just
to consider,
excuses.
they've been saying for a while, increase prices, decrease production, right? Less availability. They've been saying that was going to be a thing because, again, we already talked about people that got into the whole collector game during the lockdown and all that stuff. They still, in their corporate minds, they still aim for that kind of profit every year when the world went back to normal.
Right.
People aren't staying at home just, shopping on Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon or, Hasbro Pulse, which, by the way, I don't know why people still don't realize that Hasbro doesn't own that site.
Yeah, it's a separate company. I don't.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
the Federal Reserve does not belong to the government either. But.
So we already knew that all that stuff was in the mix. You add this whole tariff scare on top of it. Does it just become an avenue to do even more of what they were already doing?
Yes.
And how do you guys think that, when I say you guys, I mean everybody in the chat, because I'm throwing up people's comments too, obviously, like this. What is that going to do to, these companies that, and we talk toys because we're toy collectors, but I mean, there's a whole other world outside of just toys. But do you think that they're just going to turn off some of these IPs?
I think the proof is in the pudding on them raising the price during COVID. And when COVID was over, they never were like, all right, we're going to drop back down.
You will never put that genie back in the bottle. Never, period, ever.
Yeah.
Right. They just roll with it now. And they're like, oh, we can squeeze them for this. Let's see how much we can actually squeeze them for.
Yeah. And anybody who collects like Legends or Classified or anything current now, even like, say, Masterverse or, He-Man, whatever, fucking Hot Wheels cars. I don't care what you collect. If it's toy related, everyone has seen they'll quietly raise it a little. Maybe they'll quietly raise it a little again. And that's just where it's just like, you're just like kind of pushing the thing along. Like, are they noticing? Do you see it yet?
Like if I could take a penny out of every American's bank account right now.
Oh, what are we, Superman 3?
I'm just saying, nobody would notice a penny missing, but I'd be rich.
Exactly. So it's kind of one of those things, but and then I'm not even getting into the production stuff, but we also haven't even included, what about this Boston move? What is that going to do to the largest toy company in the world?
That's going to hurt them a lot because they have a lot of people who have uprooted their lives. Yeah. There's one point I want to make too about Hasbro. Their photo printing technology and their servers for doing photo printing are located in China because that's a facility they bought from Mattel through Disney. So that's a whole lot of technical as well as computer equipment and machining equipment. That's a huge move to move that stuff from China to Vietnam. And then who knows who's running that stuff once it gets to Vietnam.
Blake's not letting it go that Brian Flynn's under my desk.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, and see, here you go. I say go to the smaller local shop owners to get a figure.
Sure.
They're going to get fucking squeezed too.
Yep. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Rhode Island is still pitching for Hasbro to stay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they're going to stay. I can't imagine them actually moving, but
Well, there's second and third orders of effect with all of that, or secondary, tertiary, as we say in there. I mean, actually, to sound more intelligent than we are. But there were. I'm always apprehensive to talk about stuff because when I do talk about stuff, there's always those people that come out of the woodwork. You don't fucking know anything, right? Look hey, look. You see Sergeant Cup Triple T? Yeah, I see him right there. So many people were like, I'm not going. I won't go. Yeah. And it was like serious people at that company. And it just sort of reached that point where it was either going to tip over the edge and they were going to go, and then their teams are just a fucking mess, or not. But I don't know. Hasbro is most likely bluffing for a better deal with Rhode Island, like Boston being plan B.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I mean, isn't that like corporate 101? I remember, and a lot of people may not either know this or remember it, but around the late 90s, early 2000s, Six Flags wanted to build a new park. They were in talks with Albuquerque, New Mexico, the state of New Mexico and the city of Albuquerque, to build a new Six Flags out on the west side where there is a shit load of land, right? Very agreeable climate here, not a lot of adverse weather conditions. It's a fucking desert, right? New Mexico was offering them this, Albuquerque was offering them that. Six Flags came back and they wanted, like, we just need this, right? And that's a whole corporate back and forth kind of a thing, just like how Sendo's pointing out here.
Yeah.
New Mexico and Albuquerque, because they are horrible friends of businesses, lost Six Flags to Louisiana, and then Hurricane Katrina fucking hit that right after that park opened, and they abandoned the park.
Wow, dude.
So that's where that ghost town Six Flag park came about, because New Mexico couldn't make the deal with Six Flags. I know I kind of went off the rails a little bit.
No, you're good.
It's applicable to this, because obviously Rhode Island wants them to stay.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, it's fucking Rhode Island, man. All of New England is just fucking weird, man.
Yeah. You would
By the way, I'm caught up on the chat, kids.
Hey, there we go.
Kind of big. House Hendo says, I live in Massachusetts. There's a real economic rivalry with Rhode Island, and Hasbro has played it like a fiddle. Sure. I could see that.
Makes sense.
Headcanon points out the only issue with the local store, I'm going to read it from over here, is they are buying the new stuff at retail from places like Entertainment Earth, so you will spend $35 on a $25 Legend. Yeah. Some,
Yeah, it all depends on who their distributor is. Who's that? Alliance? That's the company that just bought Diamond, that bought up all the previews, and they're going to be doing all the comic book distribution now. I don't know if they're going to distribute toys, but they already have deals with Walmart and everybody else. So
yeah,
sky's the limit there. But
yeah, I just again, you tell him, Spike. Yeah, I am caught up. Fuck you. Fuck. I'm just interested to see if things are actually going to change in the landscape of the hobby that we all love. Is it not? I don't necessarily care if Hasbro moves or doesn't move. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No skin off of my back, but
yeah. Pardon me for a second, gentlemen. Excuse me.
Sure.
Pardon me. Okay, sorry. But there's a lot of stuff in flux right now. There's a lot of people arguing too, which watching it from the sidelines is kind of crazy because Hasbro puts out a statement. I know Elite Legend made a video about the we're not going to make really toys anymore. We're going to be a gaming company. And he just went right off the article. And then somebody else made a video. Oh, calm down, everybody. Hasbro's not going to stop making toys, and referenced Elite Legends video, but of course wouldn't name him in the video, as we see happens a lot. It just gets on and on and on, and every time I scroll through YouTube, and I more often than not say do not recommend channel because I don't give a shit about most of them, but a lot of it is either hyping up, a possible sky is falling situation, or lying down on the tracks in defense of the corporate overlords. It's like one or the other. I don't see a lot of people, because middle of the road doesn't sell, right?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
see a
true.
lot of people saying like, well, hey, I don't know, but I mean, nobody can predict the future.
Yeah. It's a weird one, because it's like we're kind of in this limbo spot right now with all the tariff nonsense.
Yeah, so things are definitely going to change. It's just a matter of whether they change for better or for worse.
Yeah. Let me hit a couple of things in the chat really quick. So 49er Brian sends a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, 49er Brian. It says, it's Chad's Productions Megaforce reboot vehicles with 3 wipers. Loves to pick on the fact that my FJ Cruiser has 3 wipers, but they're all like this big. It doesn't count. I don't know. Look, it's aesthetic.
That's how it was engineered, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't want to see a Megaforce reboot. No.
Yeah.
No. Maybe if somebody did a sequel, but maybe like Brian Lindemeyer, like somebody who really cares about Megaforce, and they got Barry Bostwick, and you would have to have the stars freaking align.
We
Megaforce vehicles in 1/6.
We briefly covered the Final Faction stuff, but the that Final Faction movie that's in the works is supposed to be with Andy Samberg, and in the movie he plays the creator of Final Faction. Yeah, the dick in a box, the jizz in my pants guy. Yeah, same. He's gonna play the creator of Final Faction and is gonna find himself in like a almost real world situation where he's now being protected by a bunch of soldiers and they're trying to keep him safe and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds horrible. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Anything with Andy Samberg, I will fucking stay away.
Felt like that Doom.
No. He looks like somebody that complains to the manager a lot.
A Karen.
Karen.
I started this comment a long time ago. I want G.I. Joe cartoons back on the TV. This anti-war death culture hates war but loves death.
24/7 Hasbro, bro. YouTube.
Yeah, I mean
there's that.
It is, yeah. I mean, they still have the G.I. Joe cartoons playing all the time, but I
wish
would
we had more Resolute.
I would like to see something new.
Yeah,
I mean we've all got our opinions
without them throwing a chick in it and making it gay.
We've all got our opinions of the 2-minute elevator pitch. But
yeah,
I mean it just
no IDW Joe.
However, it had been stated on one of their not live streams that they were proud of the fact that Joe doesn't have any dedicated media and people can play with them with all their other toy lines.
Makes no sense.
Like it's an addendum to Marvel Legends.
Right.
But again, that's kind of my argument. Love it or not, I don't care, but that's my argument about chasing that scale.
I don't think they're
Works.
working with the sharpest tools in the shed over there.
No, but that
Hasbro.
scale works for superpowers and spandex because what the fuck does Spider-Man need a tank for?
True.
You know, to do it for G.I. Joe, you see where that's taken us. And if people are fine just getting HasLabs, cool, man. That's totally cool. I am not going to shit on that. I've got one, thanks to Jeff W. I have my opinions on it, but I've got one.
Yeah.
And then Cobra Emperor also says, I've been trying to shield Brian Flynn, but he will not come on here. Not sure why. Maybe Hasbro told him not to.
You don't have the approved list of questions.
Yeah.
Well, he is sitting under J-Mac's desk, so ask him. Ask him.
Well, his mouth's full right now.
Oh, is he taking a nap or something? What's he doing? Is he having a juice box? A little juicy juice?
Yeah.
He's eating his fruit snacks?
He's got his little
He's getting
nubby.
what's coming to
Jay
him.
had to put some tiny hairs on it, otherwise he wouldn't take it.
Put some short curlies on it. Our good friends at Kanan gifted 5 channel memberships. Hell yeah, brother. Here you go.
Wolverines. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much, Kanan.
yeah.
I appreciate that very much.
It's like Deadpool. It looks bigger in the little hands, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Straight shirt rocking it, right? Tristan said they should make G.I. Joe series like HBO's Strike Back. Haven't seen that.
Like, I don't get why there isn't like a Dreadnoks show or just something called Nox and have it be these fucking swamp people.
Like Sons of Anarchy
doing-
kind of a thing?
Yeah. Like
With,
it,
grape soda and
literally.
chocolate donuts?
Exactly. It just sets itself up easily for whatever the fuck. And then the end of the final episode, Zartan gets a call on his TV screen and it's Cobra Commander and it's Mask or the Hood or whatever the fuck. Well, it won't be the Hood. We know that. But
Come on.
Zartan,
Come
blah, blah,
on.
blah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it should be the Hood. If we're writing it, if I'm writing
Oh, the
it,
Hood
it's
is
the Hood.
problematic, sir.
I do like the
Problematic.
battle
We're gonna
armor that's coming out.
Then we're
Do
going to
you?
have a problem.
I do.
Hey,
I mean, once I get it in
Cobra
hand,
Commander. I like him. I mean, but then you
I
get into the
had
whole,
both when I was growing up. He looks like the one I had growing up, so
You
There
know,
you go.
I
They got
remember
you.
as a kid,
right.
the first time I
That's
saw
all
that.
they need to do. It's a paint by numbers. Couldn't be any
First time
easier.
seeing that Cobra Commander, that like blew my mind and made me think he changed sides. Why does Cobra Commander look like
Oh.
a Joe now?
in his battle armor.
Yeah, the battle armor
Because
totally
it's not
threw me
Cobra
off as a kid.
Commander. But anyway, I guess that depends on your continuity
Yeah.
flavor. To me,
Which-
it's not
what you're
Cobra
reading.
Commander. It's Fred 7. I know some people are like, well, actually, no.
Yeah, actually, I was born in '82, so that Sunbow
You know
is
what's
my Cobra
funny?
Commander.
When they showed that reveal and he comes with the iguana and you go into like some of these groups on social media just to watch people, like hurt their brains trying to count to 3, and they have to explain to others what the iguana is, what it represents, why it's there, why does he have 2 heads, why does one have lizard eyes, and I'm like, fuck, it's literally bothersome. It
Yeah.
bugs me.
I mean, it would only bother me depending on how old you are.
Dude, who's buying this shit? Bunch of 50-year-olds.
Yep.
It's the same motherfuckers when they had that freaking stretch goal or whatever they're called for the Dragonfly, and it was Glenda. And people were like, what the hell is that figure? That's fucking stupid. And even me, the number one, toxic fucking G.I. Joe fandom, which again, with that word, even I was like, dude, that's a cool stretch goal. That's a deep cut.
That
Not
is
only
a
is it cool that there's Glenda, but that's your retro Scarlet. And
I
you just
trust
paid for the tooling. And what'd you get? Retro Scarlet right after that. So
And
it was
Coral.
smart, and Glenda's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So even I thought that was rad.
I think that goes back to the people of being good stewards of the line and
Yeah.
wanting to hold up the history and like, this is where it came from. This is what it was built on. Look how far it's 43 years old now. Like,
Yeah.
You know, again, it kind of reinforces my argument. And again, it's just an argument, right? Many theories are built on arguments that most people who are into classified are not G.I. Joe people. They're just 6-inch figure collectors. And I don't have a problem with that. But when a motherfucker comes at me and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, we can do this, you know? I understand if you came over from, you know, Mattel Wrestling or Marvel Legends or whatever. That's cool. That's great. Have at it. Enjoy it. Bye. He just rage quit.
No, I didn't.
I'm fucking leaving, man.
I think that's great, but don't try to fucking mansplain some dumb shit. You know?
This is all I got left.
Let's see it, buddy. Oh. Yes. Beautiful.
Oh, V2, nice. Oh,
And then even further back.
Oh, and he's nice and yellowed. How awesome is that?
Yep, he certainly is. You can
That's
tell by how
fantastic.
white his cuffs are.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
not-
man, like,
not
if
one to
you're
be
not-
outdone.
like, where's this? Yeah, where's this Storm Shadow? Where's the original V1 Storm Shadow in the class?
Suck it, bitch. Headhunter Stormtrooper, the best army builder ever in G.I. Joe history. Fight me. Let's go. So now I'm saying G.I. Joe, not Palatoy Action Force, because you know, I'm all about these bitches right here. So, all about it. Yeah. Anyway, let me get to this. Still win 87 sends a $5 super chat. Why can't we have 4-inch kids lines like Marvel and Star Wars? It's funny you should say that. By the way, thank you for the super chat. I saw your other super chat asking about this one. I had to get back to him because we were on a topic. However, pause for dramatic effect. Because Hasbro pays $500 million for this IP and $500 million for that IP. And so because they shell out $1 billion to have both of those IPs, they will make any and everything they can to try to recoup that money. But since they own Joe, and they are also Joe's worst enemy, if you don't know that, go study up on that. They don't need to produce a bunch of Joe. My argument has always been, stop paying $500 million for a moribund fucking destroyed IP.
Yep.
Put that money into making retro O-ring Joe, 118, 4-inch, modern, whatever, like your vintage collection Star Wars. Still do
$50
your
to $70 vehicles.
And lean into the IPs that you own, because all the profit is yours versus having to share it with these fucking chuckleheads.
That makes way too much business sense.
But that's the problem, right? They're chasing the popularity of something that's been dying for a hot minute and something that's been dead for a hot minute. They had to make Admiral Holdo and Rose Tico figures. They had to.
Yeah.
Those things don't move. They didn't move at Walmart and Target or, you know, Ecker Drugs.
They didn't
or
move
Walgreens.
at Ollie's.
They don't
They're
move
still
at
sitting there.
Ollie's.
Yeah,
They didn't
my
move at any
Ollie's.
other places.
Yeah,
That's
my Ollie's
the fucking problem. And then they're like,
still-
well, we didn't make as
Yeah,
much in
I just went in
profit.
there 3-4 days ago. They're still in there at my Ollie's also.
Yeah.
yeah. Same.
Scott Hughes
Pegs,
sent a bunch of
pegs.
pictures.
Shelves. 4
Yeah.
shelves
Bullshit.
full of them.
Yeah.
That's why, right? It's bad stewardship.
Yep.
Mhm.
We talked about that already.
When they
so-
don't
Some
care.
respect on the line.
But it's a trickle-down economy of poor stewardship. You have the people at Disney who now own Marvel, who now own Lucasfilm, right? I mean, Star Wars, dead. Indiana Jones, dead. Willow, so dead, they fucking pulled that series
Oh,
off
yeah.
of Disney Plus. But
Yep.
Hasbro is in bed with Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. And like shit begets shit. That's your
Yep.
fucking problem right there. Just
Yeah.
Big facts.
I'm not trying
Yep.
to soapbox. I'm just saying, like,
No, but you're right though.
Yeah,
Like
Transformers and GI Joe, like two of the most popular toy IPs. Fucking lean into those.
Yeah.
Tell Disney to fucking kick rocks.
You had the
And,
good
you know,
recipe and you swapped it out for a bad recipe.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
And look at it. Look at all the Eternals at Ollie's and shit like that. And now they want to finally try to come around to do Transformers and Joe, and it's like people are burnt the fuck out.
Captain
Look at the last
Marvel,
couple.
the Marvels. They didn't even make a dedicated fucking line for the Rise of Skywalker,
Yep.
the last Star Wars movie in the Skywalker saga, because nobody was fucking buying it.
Yep. They couldn't get rid of the Force Awakens stuff
No
that
way,
was
dude.
still
That-
everywhere.
yeah, right. So
Yeah,
Jeff Hicks
like-
from World Class Bullshitters, he is like the ultimate chronicler of all of that stuff. He's always going into Ollie's and he's like, Force Awakens, Force Awakens, Force Awakens. Like,
Oh man,
crazy.
there's so much of it. And mind blowing that they could make so much and expect it to move.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's crazy. Let's hit
Yeah.
all this stuff and
Yeah.
we got to get to some housekeeping. Suka, channel member for 11 months. Thanks, my friend. Says, shoot, man, I'm right across the border. Let me come touch them figgies. Come on, bro. I know where you're at. Come on, you can come over. It's fine, especially once
Bring
I
your
move. You can
labeler.
come over. You can spend the night. You can spend the weekend. You can spend the night in my guest room. I'll let my dogs kind of face rape you a little bit. Yeah, you'll have
The
a good
bed's
time.
going to be at the new spot though, Soka, so you got to sleep on the floor.
Yeah. You're sleeping in a dog bed. It'll be fun. Our good friend Zakanan sends a $6.66 super chat. Wow, that was hard to say. Chad, I need help. Would you help me move? Would you help me help you move? Fuck. That's like a rope-a-dope, right?
It is.
He
Yes.
needs me to help him help me, man. Yeah, I guess. That's fine.
Mental jump rope. Zucchini, you snake.
What the fuck did I just hear?
Yeah, okay. That's I mean, I will help you, Zakanan. Help me. 100%. Scotty's Vault. What is up, my dude? Channel member for 12 months. Uses his Chad chat. Thank you, sir. And says, good luck on the move. We'll catch the replay. Thank you and thank you very much. Thank you for everything. Just being rad. Being awesome. Headcanon. If Valiverse does a World War II Action Force line, which he has been teasing something, right? World War II-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I bet you will see Hasbro drag out Sergeant Savage. Thoughts? Up or down?
You better stay on the IP of Sergeant Savage or Bobby might steal it like he did their Steel Brigade.
Dude, I
Steal
fucking
it.
hope Bobby
Illegally
steals.
acquired it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Somebody wasn't doing their job.
No,
Well,
fuck.
That's part of the problem when you have these big, huge ass corporations. Is they don't have enough legal people to remember all the damn trademarks and copyright shit. So
And their
stuff gets
fuck up
let go.
Was his
Yeah.
foot in the door.
And that's what it was. Somebody screwed that up.
Well, I mean, remember the whole thing with Kenner and Star Wars, and they just like
Oh, yeah.
relaxed on paying Lucasfilm that $10,000 a year to keep it. And then when they lost it, then Lucasfilm was like, "Oh, we're gonna renegotiate this shit." So
Yep.
it happens a lot, yeah.
Definitely.
Didn't Bobby also say he could have took another one of their names at the same time? There's another name up there. I feel like he said he could have took, but he didn't. From
I know for a fact there were 3 that he was looking at, but I mean, for all you know, there was 20.
right.
It is what it is.
Who's
Hey,
keeping up with that?
they lost Baroness. They lost Baroness
Yeah.
for a fucking hot minute. They lost Stalker. They lost Flash. They lost Nemesis Enforcer.
Yep.
That's why he's Nemesis Immortal. That's why
Immortal,
it's
man.
Sergeant
Yeah.
Flash, Sergeant Stalker. That's why Baroness became the chameleon for
Right.
a few years.
Because
Like,
they be slacking on the line.
They have
own.
lost those names numerous times.
I feel like that's good evidence of them not being good stewards of the line, or else
It's
you
fair.
wouldn't have lost those.
Weird, huh? It's weird how we brought that back around. Hey, Blake Tarpley. Chad, can you discuss how those combat troops got smoked in the beginning of Iron Man and what they did wrong? Well, first of all, what they did wrong is that they were fucking Air Force people, right? That was not the Army. That was the Air Force, because he was doing a demonstration for the Air Force. Those were Air Force airmen in those Humvees, which we all know are not combat arms. So first of all, you got a bunch of pogues cruising around in fucking up armored Humvees. I didn't see a lot of security going on either. Sectors of fire, all that good stuff. Not a lot of situational awareness, and they got IED'd. By the way, it's not fun. Ask me how I know. But I hope that answered your question. It was a little sarcastic, but yeah, that's your answer.
You been in a Hummer that been hit?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Hal Jordan, Chad hates G.I. Joe. His background is all painted like the backgrounds in Star Wars. Ralph
giant
McQuarrie
map
painted
painting.
all of this for me in his nice, what is it? Oils, right? Oils on glass.
Oils on glass. That's right.
I don't pay too much attention to Hal's pictures, but I approve that one, Hal.
Oh, yeah. I approve those.
Wait a second.
I approve that one.
Hal's a good dude. Speaking of good dudes, Jim Largo, what is up, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for the super chat. I hope you're doing well. Jim says, Chad provides one of the last bastions of truth and humor in the toy collecting space. Kudos, brother. That's very kind of you, Jim. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
I just say what I think and people get mad, but
It's
thank
funny
you,
how
Jim.
the truth is better than most of the stories these people are coming up with these days. So just go.
You know, I hate to make it sound so like, ooh, edgy, you know, because fuck all that edgelord stuff. But I did post something on my story the other day that like the truth is the new hate speech. And you can apply that to whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't apply it to the dumb shit, but like, God forbid, like, you point out something that is historically accurate when talking about our passions of dollies. Passions of the dollies.
I say that all the time. So if I was like to tell you the sky is blue, I'm the bad guy because I tell you the sky is blue?
Yeah, water's wet, sky's blue, women have secrets, Last Boy Scout. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Touch me
Hell
again,
yeah.
I'll kill you.
You have a light. Boomba! Baby! Right? It's so good, man. That's a good
the way he just looks at that and picks that up.
Those are $500 pants. There's not like a TV in them or something.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
It's so good, man.
I love that movie.
Fucking good movie.
That
man.
and Last Stand with him.
Yeah, Last Stand it's another underrated or maybe underappreciated, but yeah.
Just when they pull the trigger and somebody gets shot in Last Stand, it's a 45, by the way. It does have some kick, but it's not going to throw you to the back wall back there.
No.
but in that movie, bodies are flying.
I rewatched Tombstone.
Oh,
after we lost Val Kilmer.
No.
Yeah.
And that movie is so fucking good. So good.
It is.
Never gonna
Anyway,
have a better
not
holiday.
to get off topic, but
No.
yeah. Thank you, Jim. I truly appreciate you, my dude. Give me a call. I want to see how you're doing. So thank you very much. Stillwind 87. I read your other super chat. I'm sorry. Oh, and hi. Hey there. Good to see you. Thanks for the additional $2, which you didn't need to do. I'm sorry. They automatically get starred, and I was going to get to them. So I'm sorry. We were on a topic. Speaking of which, still win for another $5. Well said. Thanks for the answer. Hopefully Hasbro is listening. Guarantee you they're not. I mean, Boog might be listening, so he could go bitch at Robert's Infinite Realms or Elite Legend again. But
Hopefully they're listening too, so Emily can hear what I said.
You're savage, man. Do you want to go out of this shirt?
I sure will.
It'll fit you.
Hey, we're both 6'4".
We're all tall gentlemen, all three of us.
Yeah, we are.
We have many friends who are not.
I don't know who it was the other day. You were like,
as we
Jay,
are.
how tall are you? Because they were making me sound like like
Yeah,
Yao
like
Ming.
6'9" or something.
Yeah, I'm Yao Ming walking in here. No, 6'4", same height as Chad.
Yeah, and it's always funny when you're used to only seeing people like this. When you see them in your physical space,
Totally.
a lot of people that I didn't realize you were this. It's like Quentin J. Bedwell, CubeTube, love the guy to death, fantastic artist. He is a little man. The first time I met Quentin, he was coming out of an elevator, and he's like, right there. And I'm like,
wow!
What's up, dude?
That's the same size as Ninja.
I love him to death, man, but he's short. So is Suka. Suka's a short guy too.
Yeah, you little guys out there.
Yeah,
Ninja was the first
our
dude.
short kings.
I'll be in an elevator with someone, again, maybe a lot of people don't, right? Because when I'm 2 feet from a screen, I don't wear them, but I wear glasses.
Yeah.
But this should be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
But I'll be in an elevator like this, just hanging out, and then somebody will be like,
he looks a little too smart than that guy I see.
Are
on
you?
YouTube.
Yeah. You look a little too brainy. Are you that fucking asshole? I am. Yeah. I am that asshole.
That's me.
Too funny.
Yeah, I met some guy in the elevator at DFW, and I was wearing some kind of Joe shirt, and he's like, "Oh, you here for the GI Joe convention?" I was like,
"What?"
Yep.
49.
I'm just looking at him, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool. Me too." And I'm like, "Right on, man. Cool, awesome."
Oh,
elevator's still going down. The elevator gets to the bottom, doors open. He's like, "Are you? It's Chad?" And I'm like, "Uh-huh. Nice to meet you." And I just walked off. Like, the Clark Kent shit is real, dude.
Leave him wanting more.
It's real. What's up, Lilith? Good to see you. Hey, did you guys know that Boog invented bitching?
Well, he does pee to sit down or sit down.
Do you ever hit him with a no? Who's that? Are you it's Chad? No, who is that?
Whoa, what was that?
Is this supposed to be Clark Kent?
Oh wait,
where did Chad go?
I didn't get it back in the Superman thing. So.
Guys, where's Chad at? Who's this guy?
I'm telling you, you might think that doesn't work. It fucking works, dude.
Well, that's why they call it the Murder One.
Boog invented height. Wait, a 6'4" Italian? I'm lost. Wait, why? Why are you lost?
Yeah, why you
Who the
lost?
fuck's that new guy? I don't understand.
Y'all are supposed to just be little guys.
Not every WAP is a Goomba, okay? Not everyone.
I love it.
We're not all Goombas. Now, my father, total fucking Goomba. My brother, God rest both their souls, he was a Goomba too. Me? No. My mother's 6 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
But you also got, we're not getting into like an Italian conversation here, but you got blonde haired, blue eyed Italians. You got Italians that are dark like me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, we're all mutts. All WAPs are mutts, like it or not.
Right.
You're either like the Northern Europe Italian mutt, or you're like, the Turks and whatever kind of.
I mean, even if your grandparents selling a book at Staten Island, you're still a mutt today.
Every WAP is a Goomba, not the opposite. No. I'm not a Goomba. I'm not a Goomba. But every Goomba's a WAP? What? Wait, can I say that? No. You can't.
Them Italians are on fire right now out there.
You are too translucent to say that, Zach.
Sicilians are olive for a reason. They have height too. I mean, I'm not Sicilian. My family's from Calabria. In fact, there's a mountain range in Calabria named after my family. True story.
Very cool.
Not a lot of people know my last name though, so whatever.
So that's where the Chad holes come from.
Yep. That's where all Chad holes are. We're all plucked from the trees. That includes all you fuckers too. Junkie and Crass and Bills, thank you for the super chat, my friend. It says for truth, justice, and Merca. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Mark. Make America great again.
That's right.
Hi.
Whoa.
What we missed?
Chad's back.
Can we still say doo-wop?
Do wop, do wop.
Do wop,
Isn't that a
do what?
song?
I mean, it's not related, but yeah, it's Mount Saint Chad Bippity Boppity Boop. Oh, fucking hell!
Everybody offends me.
Everything offends me.
You know what's fucked up? That video, that fucked up video, that was filmed in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Right around
that's
the corner.
that's the old Santa Fe Catholic Church that supposedly. If you guys want to go down a crazy ass rabbit hole, the Santa Fe, I don't know if it's called Cathedral or what, but just Google Jesus Santa Fe Church staircase. Go down that rabbit hole.
I will. I already told you I watched the Y-Files.
The old Catholic, whatever it's called, church, whatever, in Santa Fe needed a new staircase, and some random ass carpenter just showed up, and with
I've
no
heard that
nails,
story.
he built them. Yeah, he built them a circular staircase, and it's still fucking there. And they
Today,
swear it was Jesus.
And nobody knows how it was built. Like engineers, people that have been doing carpentry like me have showed up at those staircases. And
They don't
told
know
them
how
the
it's
thing.
like held up.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
they fucking swear to this day that was Jesus that showed up when they needed him and built that staircase.
See, I already went down that rabbit hole. I thought you were giving me something juicy.
Oh, well, then, I mean, you're in the know. I respect that, my friend. We've talked about all the weird shit we're into. What if a Goomba married a Wop?
Would it look like a turtle or a mushroom?
It'd be a goo wop.
I'm the product of that. I told you my mother's 6 feet tall. My father was 5'9".
So Chad's a goo wop.
I'm not even going to say that.
Sorry.
The motherfucking
Judge
Jesus.
Drez, I saw that staircase on the History Channel. Rad. That's cool. I didn't learn about that until I moved to New Mexico. I think we went there once on a trip, and they were like, "Oh yeah, so let's discuss the staircase." Like, if any of you ever go to Jerusalem, I would suggest it. It's beautiful. There's a lot of history there. You can see the old Roman cobblestone street in one area. They have it all chained off that you can't walk on it. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and if you Google the Church of the Holy Sepulchre right now, you can see what I'm about to tell you. There is a ladder on the second story outside, because there's like a, like a awning kind of a thing, but on the second story, a long time ago, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, somebody took a ladder, and it's like an old shitty wooden ladder, right? Took it out the window, set the ladder up to do some work, and they left the fucking ladder there, and no one ever took it down. It is the ultimate expression of that's not my job. And the ladder is still there. So when you go tour the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and you see all the Stations of the Cross, they talk about that ladder. Nobody knows. It's like lost to time, like who put it there, how long it's fucking been there. It's been there as long as time remembers, this fucking ladder. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, you should.
Abraham, go get your ladder.
Sorry.
Hey, soul, get your ladder down. Chad, I just got more WWE knuckle crunchers on deep clearance. Any new pickups on your end? No, just that sealed Fun School Sky Striker. So, oh, Buck Fuddy, I'm not going to put that. Okay, I will. Jesus Christ. Stop me if you've heard this one. Jesus Christ walks into an inn. He hands the innkeeper 3 nails and he asks,
"Can you put me up for the night?"
There it is. Yeah. Have you seen yourself? You're really fucked up. I love it. Such a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Classic.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we've been going about 3 hours, and it might be time to wind it down. Even though, like, I could hang out and talk any of this stuff all night long, but
I could. I'm just a little hungry.
Same.
Hmm.
You guys got anything cool going on coming up? What's new? What's going on? Anybody doing some wrestling?
I don't know if I'll be putting the SmackDown on Laser Pants anytime soon, but I'll be on.
I hope I never appear on that shit.
You got to be a member, so and then you got to be requested to be made.
Yeah.
Didn't you get a membership? Didn't somebody gift you a membership? So you're going to be in it.
But,
yeah, you're going to be in it.
Yeah,
you're going to be in it. We're going to be a team.
Legend won't do it unless he requests to be.
No, don't leave.
Oh
man, now all the Jesus jokes are rolling in. You guys, you're all terrible.
Oh my God, lacrosse bear. I'm
3 hours?
wrestling
2
tomorrow.
hours, 51 minutes and 55 seconds.
Plus the pre-show for those that were there.
Yeah, I mean, I have been out here for about 4 hours and change, and you guys too. You guys were here as well, so yeah.
So yeah, wrestling tomorrow, LSWA on Monday Night Raw. It's me and Mr. Perfect, and we're teaming up against CM Punk and Kurt Angle. We're gonna kick their asses because I'm gonna take Kurt Angle's Intercontinental Championship. Oh yeah,
Derek,
Duarte.
I'm sorry. Duarte was something that we were gonna expand on when we were talking about the tariffs and how it'll affect the big companies and how like independent creators like him and others could benefit from that. And I'm sorry I didn't get into that. That's my bad. My fault.
We went all over the place.
Yeah. Hey, even I had pizza tonight. Everybody wants to be Italian. Probably not.
Don't forget the gabagool. Don't forget the gabagool.
No one else noticed. Noticed what? Blake, what the?
What?
J-Mac's putting in the work, man. J-Mac does. Oh, that Nico is Jesus Sandler? It's hard to tell what like someone in the chat is referring to when it's
StreamYard
in 20 minutes.
You have to scroll.
I feel like I do that all the time.
Justin Booth said my promo is going to air on tomorrow's episode of WCW Nitro. Hell yeah, dude!
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, that's rad.
As far as other things, I have these Nico heads, and my beard was a little longer when I did the scan, but so I'm still going to be painting this one up. But if anyone happens to be interested and want a NEEKOTRONUS head sculpt for any of your figures, background character, villain, just someone to beat up, DM me on Instagram or the Facebooks, and reminds you of Game of Thrones for some reason. I will be king and I will rule for all of time.
I definitely want one because I have a whole little shelf of everybody going up. You, Gaines, Chad, Laser Pants.
Hell yeah!
I'm not
gonna make a me.
Well, I'm gonna try to if you get unlocked, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't. I mean,
I'm gonna have to back this thing and hope. Hopefully everybody else backs it.
This is my makeshift Chad. It's,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's that Professor X head on the who was this? Desert Ops Condor. Yeah.
That's the head that Mikey used on mine too.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mikey, great minds thinking alike.
So hopefully I have Desert Rat, Gaines, NEEKOTRONUS, Yojo Jerk.
Hell yeah, man.
Anybody else that's on YouTube that has a figure, somebody else out there, I'm making a little shelf of that.
Rad. Hal, they're making mention of the Patriot Force 112 scale Kickstarter that's about to launch here in about 2 weeks. Ryan from Patriots Force, he'll start making the rounds on channels, but it's that 112 scale action figure line based on real combat service members.
He's been on Chad's thing before, so if you go back, you can see him.
Yeah, it's Patriot Force, but they put a lot of time and attention. He actually pushed that Kickstarter back a couple times because he wanted everything to be like 100% accurate. And I know the conversations are good. Oh, he used a Dr. Manhattan head. I'm sorry, Mikey.
Okay.
I know that it's going to come around and around again, but like even for mine, just for the render of mine, I had to send so many images and videos of like my kit being like my plate carrier, my push to talk, my Peltors, my freaking fast helmet, all these scans of my head and like all these high def pictures of like my tattoos and like, do you always look? There he is right there. There's Ryan right there. Yep. Launches May 30th.
May 30th.
Yep. Pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's super, super accurate. And for anybody who's into like all these kind of like, military lines, like Hasbro's problematic war brand. I mean, if you want stuff that's, to quote my cousin Vinny, dead on balls accurate, Patriot Force is doing it. So I mean, you can look at a photo of these service members and look at the figure down to like the freaking chem lights in the kits.
Toss in a little soft goods and you'll be hitting the G spot for me.
Just wait.
Oh shit.
I'm not even going to comment on this. Read into that what you want.
Oh shit.
I'm not commenting on that at all.
We're getting so much
Anyway,
news.
we're going to move on. Patriot Force says, notice how I did that? I just kind of brushed that aside. Got to leave them wanting more. And then Ryan from Patriot Force says, ends the Sunday of DFW, which they will be at DFW as well, which I'm stoked about.
That's awesome. I'm so jelly. I wish I was.
So everybody that wants their Chad figure, go fund it so I can get mine.
Yeah, I want one too. So
it's I don't know. It's cool.
It's gonna fit right in with my class of like I mix mine. So Valaverse and Classified go on my both intermix on my shelf.
Well, see, and here's my thing. Like, yes, I'm going to support the line, but I was going to support the line no matter. I was in when Patriot Force and I were talking about this a long time ago. Like, I was in no matter what. And I'm like, because I don't ever talk about it, right? But I've been there. I've done that. I've lost people I know, so I was going to support that no matter what. And then it just evolved into what it evolved into. But when I start like promoting it, which I'm going to do no matter what, because I mean, look at my entire adult career. Yeah. I'm going to fucking support it and promote it, but I'm going to talk about the other guys, the main figures, right? And I mean, you get a bunch of Taliban motherfuckers that you can blow up.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everybody
needs army builders.
Hell yeah. Anyway, I got to hit these. Gonzo channel member for 12 months. Speaking of awesome veterans who are in this hobby as well. Thank you, Gonzo, for your channel membership. Says, thank you, gents, for a great Sunday afternoon show. Oh, did I miss the part about Big Bad Toy Store? What are they up to? Hope you guys have a great week. DFW. Fuck yeah. They're fleecing people because the sky is falling. There you go. Yeah. I don't know. You guys want to add to that?
Jacked up prices.
Talked about it, right? They preemptively just hit the customers in their fucking wallets.
Yep.
Yeah, and
it's a Big Bad Toy Store, right? Yeah. And James Lucas, good friend, sends a $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being a Chad hole, sucker. Says best of luck with your move. Love to you and the family. Love to you as well, my friend. And to everyone else who hung out with us today. I need a Chad for my Action Far Squad. Look, I told the man to at least make a head pack. Just make a head pack.
Yeah. Fly.
Because the way Quentin did our images, all of our kits and bodies are based on pre-existing figures. I said, look, dude, just make a fucking head pack.
Don't just make an I need the short sleeve Chad with the tattoo showing. Don't just make me a head pack.
But in Action Farce, I'm not like that. Right? Anyway.
There you go.
Don Von Doom, thank you very much. Yep.
Go to Target, get the Professor X that's out on the single card in the green Savage Land gear, and pop the head off and use that for Chad until then. And then you get your Patriot Force figure.
And then I can look like fucking Sloth from the Goonies all day long. Hal Jordan, I love you very much. Hey, baby Ruth. I love you very much, my friend. If you say his tank again, I'm going to actually the fuck out of you. Just kidding. That's my brand, right? We need a Chad in the Lord scale. We have a Chad in the Lord scale. There's actually two. There's an O-ring one and a modern construction. This is fucking Strike Force Alpha. Matt LaCroix, that's me, baby. Even says Xerxes on the body armor. Anyway,
This guy. He's Canadian.
I'm just kidding. I love you very much. It's all in good fun.
He's Canadian. His milk is in a bag. He doesn't know better.
Jeffy, not only is he a Chad hole and a good friend and somebody I game with on the regular, but he's also a fantastic moderator. Says his thing.
Speaking of, I downloaded
You need to take that bullshit over to Beast Battlegrounds, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's that bullshit. Not a fucking tank. Maybe MPs think it's a fucking tank, but it's not a tank. So yeah, I did that. I said
halfway
that.
through with
tell him, and I don't fucking care. So
I'm only about halfway through with Wildlands, and y'all talking about it on the Kanan and Mikey's channel the other day made me re-download it.
Bro, you want a squatty?
Yeah, I need to finish the game anyway. Get my.
Is it on Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you fucking hit me up, man. I'll help you finish those.
Yeah, that's my game. I think I sent you a friend request on Xbox.
Good, because I am god tier as
8 months ago.
fuck on that game. But Chad, the box that says it. Which one?
The one that's in your laundry room.
Which box, Emily or Lenny?
The one that you're glancing at. I can see your eyeballs.
I'm just saying, Cobra Emperor, watch my video on it. It is a classic example of groupthink. It was never called a tank until post septic tank. And the fact that Hawk says it in the animated series because Sunbow's gonna Sunbow, right? Lifeline's not a fucking pacifist. Zartan doesn't have hair, and Destro's mouth does not move. Big. Always down for Wildlands. Yes, we will all get together and do some Wildlands.
Kirby.
I love Wildlands. Hit me up. I main Beachhead, and I fuck shit up. So yeah.
That was the other part. You can customize your team in that?
Oh yeah. I have my main team is
you got Snake Eyes,
Beachhead,
Scarlet,
Low Light, Dial Tone, and Lady J. That's my main team.
Oh, so you've got other people made too.
Oh, I have tons. Dozens and dozens, because you can make numerous for each member of your team.
I don't even know about that part of the game. I'm about to lose hours.
You got Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, Firefly, fucking name them. I got them.
Spend hours just
Dude,
customizing computer people.
That I made looks spot on, man. Once you unlock all the stuff. Yeah. Anyway.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
My ex is a tank. Let me find it. Yeah. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of you wants to jump on the grenade and sign us out?
Uh-oh.
I don't give a fuck.
Go for it, Jay.
You want me to be savage?
Do it.
Savage. No, I'm not going to be savage. You know, it's been real. It's been fun. At times it's been real fun. Love and peace.
And titty grease.
Is that it? That's your savagery?
Nah, I said I wasn't going to go savage. I went savage enough on Emily.
Oh, okay. And Nico, would you like to add to that?
Put him on the spot.
Sure. Oh.
I'm just kidding. Go. Hurry up.
No. That was perfect. That was perfect. You ruined it. That was perfect.
Okay, you got something to say?
Chad, how insensitive of you.